closer and closer to beating the likes of Tai Lu. They're getting so close to beating Invictus and Vici the last time around. They have the skill. They're so good when they decide to show up. But it's when they're playing against these lower teams, for some reason, not getting it done. And look at the stack over to the B-bomb site. It's going to be a quick play in here. Mayrolls finding the opening kill. It's Nifty going down, a follow-up kill as well. They're walking right into a trap play, and it's working out perfectly.
Yeah, what a stack. What a stack. As PP Overdose left alone, he's a man that Tom pointed out, saying that he needs to kind of force Beyond to overdose on his PP energy, but he's got a lot of players to find here. Bombs dropped towards short. He knows at least where a couple of players are. He's still paranoid that there's going to be a flank coming in. And Beyond, I want to see how they play this. They have a very good setup. SDK from behind the bench. They have the other two players as KNTZ and Mayrolls. Everyone 100 HP, mind you, and they're just holding the line. Now, PP, taking his sweet time. He's kind of made them paranoid about a flank coming in from market, but he hasn't been spotted out yet. Maybe playing a little too passive. Could have been a mistake here, Dinko, but PP sneaking in. He's found a tiny little window. He's going to get a kill. KNTZ is going to be sniped away. PP looking for more, but Mayrolls comes charging out. That got a little scary. And which was a pretty good hold from Beyond, but then they started getting paranoid. They lose another player, but in the end, the four-man stack, it works out towards the B-bomb side.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a good read from Beyond. Okay, there's going to be a B hit into the pistol round. Let's just go over here and stack it over. And I feel like at this point, Zigma are quite a predictable team, right? They're quite a roster. You can see what's going to work out. You know they're going to pick Mirage. You know the video's going to play out the way it does. So Zigma just don't really seem to have many dimensions to the team overall. But we'll see what they can get done here in the second round. It is 5 Glocks, or 4 Glocks, should I say. There's a Deagle in play on PP Overdose. We'll see what they can get done here. Rolex going to push out towards the A-bomb site. Olivia with the first kill. We're trying to pick up as much money on the SMGs as possible. STK, last time around, we see him be the MVP of map number 1. Completely fell flat into the second map and really never woke up again. I want to see him try and step up again. I mean, he's not really the player you look to as the player to frag on this team. I think he's more of the supportive element. He's certainly a player that kind of does all the dirty work, sits on the bomb sides, doesn't move. He's willing to do all of that. So when you see STK step up, you know you've got a good game for Beyond.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Or at least a good map.
Yeah, for me, it's not SDK. I feel like SDK, more times than not, he does deliver, right? For me, it's QQ. He's either having a hell of a game or he's just not there in the server, which is always a worrying sign because everyone else does their job. KNTZ, he has his moments. Mayrolls, quite instrumental as well. We have the AWP being purchased by Olivia early on here in round number 3. He did get 3 kills with the MP9. And he's going to reposition himself, getting boosted up into ladder room. He's taking a lot of damage, Dinko, but he's done his job. QQ's going to find Nifty as well. And already, the buy round from Zigma, it's getting stopped right in its tracks. Bear in mind, this is kind of like a semi-bonus round for Beyond. They still have 2 MP9s, FAMAS, the only 2 big guns being the AWP and the M4 in hands of Olivia and Mayrolls. But in reality, Jesus, he finds KNTZ. Although it's just the MP9, but PP Overdose catches on Mayrolls, re-aggressing, perhaps unnecessarily, Dinko, and suddenly it's even Stevens.
An equilibrium once more, and just over a minute on the clock, and the bomb finally being collected from Zigma. They're going to bring it over to B, and there is one player over here. It is Olivia, but he's on 11 HP, and he's playing back in the market. Should be good for 1. Unless they're completely aware and try and neutralize the AWP here. Going to peek, cross, and there's the kill from Olivia. Instead of falling back, he heads into the bomb site, and I love this. The confidence from Olivia on 11 HP to start taking these fights. He peeks out to the right side. He goes down to Just Cause. Olivia could have done more there, but he's done enough to keep it even. And STK coming in with an important kill as well. It's just reality in a 1 versus 2. What can he do in this clutch? Oh, no. Players dropped. It's a 1 versus 1. I wondered why it was taking so long to get over to the bomb site. But Beyond have lost a player. He drops from the server. It was a 1v1 all along, and STK goes down. Beyond, that is heartbreaking. And you know, because he drops before the duel happens towards the end of the round play, that lets the player alive know, you know, Just Cause realizes, okay, I can win this. Or reality, should I say. He knows he can win that clutch because the player's gone. So he goes, okay, I know where this last player is. I can just take a straight up aim duel against him without having to worry about his teammate. And that's just unfortunate.
I was waiting. I was like, wait, why isn't the player pushing into it short? Like, you know the bomb's getting planted. Why are you still waiting towards the bottom of mid? That is, oh man, I feel for Beyond there. Firstly, 5v3, it shouldn't have come down to a 1v2 there, Dinko. It got a little too messy. I feel like the overextension from,
Yeah.
well, I forgot which player it was. I guess it was Merrill who walked out towards Cat. There was no need for that. It's a 4v3, fair. Just hold short. You have Olivia with the op watching towards B apartments. He's always good for one, even though he's low on health. You can just stay towards short. Instead, he walks out, gets taken down. It's a 3v3 coming down to 1v2. Still winnable for Beyond, but yeah, just luck kind of not being a very cruel mistress there. But there we go. Zigma, they win a round. Very close round, but you know what? If you're Zigma, you take those.
Yeah, Zigma definitely have to take everything they can, right? At the start of these games, if you let Beyond get cold for it, if you let them get going, we know what they can do on Mirage. So Zigma, I feel like it's very important for them to get these kind of rounds, even if they're not clean, even if they are down to a 1 versus 2 where a player disconnects, you still with the 1 versus 1. It's definitely important for Sigma just to take everything they can, because we've seen what they did against Tiger. They needed as many rounds as they could get, and they still couldn't get it done. So I feel like Tiger up with a bit of a different opponent to Beyond. I don't think Beyond are going to be as uncomfortable on Mirage. They're not going to make as many mistakes as Tiger did yesterday. So I feel like the opportunities that are going to get presented to Sigma are going to be far less, right? But we're missing a player still for Beyond, and they're just going to...
I think it's just the UI.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see on the minimap. It's fine. Okay, that makes sense. I was a little bit confused. Like, Beyond, really? You're good, but not this good. You definitely need your full 5.
Screw it. I just got a 5v4 these fools. You don't even need guns. You just got USPs. I really appreciate the lack of investment here, right? You have SDK, KNTZ. Everyone's like about $3,000 and above. SDK in 4.6. Olivia's very, very low. So they're like, you know what? Let's just eco together. And just the restraint is what makes me surprised. Just a deagle and a CZ Dinko. Not even like, multiple deagles and whatnot. But knowing Zigma's tendency to falter against default pistols, I still do fear for them.
Don't even remind me, Blitz. Do not remind me.
Glocks, Dinko. They lost to 5 Glocks yesterday.
The best part was just when I heard you just move off into the distance, just screaming, Glocks!
I could take. I just had to like step away from the mic for a second.
That was the first Counter-Strike match I've ever casted that's made me genuinely angry.
You did lose it like a couple of times. It was wonderful, Dinko. It reminded us that you do have human emotions after all. This Rolex is gonna get peeked. It's a free frag, immediately turns away. And that could be a problem. They're making a lot of noise, announcing the presence of CZ. It's up close, but Niffy finds him. There's still the flank, though, and QQ, that little window of opportunity he had, Dinko, I think it has closed in his face. You can still find a kill under Rolex, who's so very low, just a 1 bullet on his toe.
Oh!
But no.
You're a poet, Blah.
Thank you. I try.
Also going.
Also considering that's the best rhyme I could come up with, I'm very happy I didn't take up writing
it's like
as a career.
Low toe.
Oh no.
No. Well, Sigma, they've tied things up. It'll be a buyout again here from Beyond. This time with an AWP in the hands of Olivia. You'll be positioned over towards A, playing from the ticket box. It'll be a quick play from Sigma in towards middle. They send a couple of players straight up short, and well, QQ, he is a complete liability in these early rounds. He has been for the past couple of games now. Even in the matches that Beyond are looking good in, right? That he still looked rough. He's still been doing that. And it's unfortunate because I feel like in Pal Summer and in the past, we've usually talked about QQ being the X factor for this team. You know, if he shows up, then surely they can't lose. He just hasn't really been able to do that. I think it's KNTZ that's taking that spot on this team now.
Indeed it has, but one guy we can always rely on to have these big round plays would have to be Mr. SDK and Olivia. Olivia? I'm not too sure why SDK is still holding that angle. I think it's paranoid someone might have crossed on over. But they're going to be switching up the positions. Now, Zigma, they still have a lot of time to work with. And they have the man advantage. Barely, though, because reality Jesus is extremely low on health. He is the bomb carrier at the moment. PP Overdose going to be sneaking in from short. He should be wary of SDK's position. SDK just holding the line. Now, Rolex is going to try and sell something here. He's going to try and force out a rotation as KNTZ gets caught out. That's a huge kill, and Rolex is single-handedly drawn out the rotation from B. There's no one there, but SK is still alive. That's a problem. He can be a beast, and he's going to find another kill. Bomb's going to be planted, and that was a 3v3. A player comes charging in. That's Meryl's, finds Reality Jesus, but not before he gets the bomb down. Now a 2v2. STK just dancing around the pillar. Nifty, aware of his position, comes crawling around. And Olivia has got the op Dinko, but is far, far away from where the action is taking place. And considering the time that's elapsed, he's going to have to call it a day. Round number 3 going away with Zigma. That was huge. Huge from Rolex. He sold the fake, and he gets a kill as well. That's massive.
That's a decent round from Zigma. They can be quite happy with that. I mean, STK getting the double, and you still think that should be enough, but it's just not for Beyond. They cannot get it done. Zigma, they will take the lead 3-2 early on. This is not a good sign for Beyond. I have to say, they have had a bit of a roller coaster start, and you're getting the good start and then losing a player. It's probably offset their minds a little bit. I kind of want a tack pause here from Beyond. I want them to kind of chill out, get their head back into the game. I'm sure they seem a little bit unfocused. But Olivia with the AWP, they've got the pistols around it. They can still win this round. Olivia's that good. 6-3 right now. Looking up into the apartments. How do you feel if you've got one op and nothing else? How do you feel about putting him in that position?
No op, Dinko. No op. You completely
exactly.
jinxed it.
But like, you're putting him over towards B. It's the slowest rotation to anywhere on the map, right? I'd rather have him like connector or short, just somewhere where we can get to another area of the map quickly. But it's still working out for Beyond. They're getting a couple of kills now. Mayrolls and STK able to make it work. And now PP Overdose alongside Niffy and Reality. They have a chance to close this out. But Beyond, they've picked up weapons. They've got an AK. They've got an AWP and a chance to win round number 6.
The problem was their, well, if Reality had stuck around to his jungle, Meryl's position would have been like, he couldn't really make a play, but STK coming in, this is big, Dinko. If he gets his kill, which he, oh no, the spray comes in though. He's still gonna win it. PP's gonna get taken down, and STK, he might have given his team a chance here. Meryl's coming in. He has been kind of quiet so far. Off, zoned in, gets a kill, doesn't know where the second player is, and he should be taken out here, but no, Reality, he shows a little too early, but that's okay. His STK is in 15 HP, and 1 bullet is all Reality Jesus needs. He gets the kill, and Zigma, these are some very, very close rounds, Dinko, but they somehow cling on. 4-2, they've run 4 in a row, won 4 in a row right now, and for Beyond, well, the buy's going to be coming in anyway, and to be honest, for Beyond, considering how close some of these rounds are on these, well, almost eco rounds, they're still going to be feeling pretty comfortable. And you got to remember again, Dinko, Zigma's CD side was non-existent yesterday against Tiger. So that's something you have to bear in mind, even when you look at the scoreline you have here.
Zigma just going with the rinse and repeat in terms of how they approach the round. The mid-smoke, looks for connector window, then a quick play down in. But QQ, it's worked out. He shut down PP Overdose. And that wasn't through a smoke. I think he must have just pushed through the edge. I have no idea. I couldn't see from his perspective. And what Olivia is going to find Just Cause, who has already shut down STK into the round. And Olivia, he's not going to run past. The Molotov's going to stop him from doing that, but it hasn't spread to him. So he can stay in the corner, but in the meantime, Niffy's just taking kills, and we're right back into a 3 versus 3. And Rolex, what? He's through CT spawn. He just walked right past the A bomb site, and he's going to walk around CT spawn and get behind a couple of these players. Beyond had a gaping hole in their defense, and Rolex catches the perfect timing to walk right through it. And Olivia, luckily still alive on the server, but Rolex strikes into action. KNTZ, red in the face, completely confused as to how he's there. And now it's going to be the play into the A bomb side from Zigma. This 2 versus 2.
And Olivia has been paranoid as to where Rolex is going to be. Meryl's far away as well. They're just opting to go for a retake towards this A bomb site, and Zigma just gonna march on in, Dinko. Rolex's presence right there just neutralizing whatever options Beyond had to kind of make some way into this site, but still a 2v2. They don't have a kit. I don't see a kit anywhere here. They have a lot of utility though. The 2 rifles, however, Reality Jesus with the AWP, he has been quite a beast on this map yesterday, and he's going to be forced out of his position. The nade doing a lot of damage and a missed shot. The flashbang should be a tell though. The flashbang should tell them where Rolex is, and Rolex is going to go for the spray, finds one, but Olivia's there. They shut it down. 4K for Olivia, once again going above and beyond to deliver. And he should be able to retrieve the AWP as well. A close defuse, but he's going to have it, and that's going to be beyond, finally stopping the streak of Zigmas.
It felt like it was a long time coming, and again, that round was definitely not clean by any means by Beyond. It is a huge weakness of the A-bomb side. They lost track. I mean, if you've left the A-bomb site open with no one looking at it, Blair, you almost have to realize, okay, we have to consider at least the fact that someone could be in CT. It didn't seem like they were aware of that.
There are a lot of things that Beyond were unaware of in that particular round. But one thing that we're aware of is Olivia will deliver. He will deliver time and time again as Rolex is gonna... What? Okay, never mind, I take it back.
I was literally about to say, Blair, I was like, he's just gonna miss this shot now. Every time we hype up an AWP or we hype up a player, they missed that shot
he got a kill, he got a kill.
We say it. He did get a kill, he did get the kill, and now it's a 3 versus 3.
How is reality in the... He's in the site while the CT is in Palace. It's like the role in reverse, Dinko. It's a very confusing game we have here. As KNTZ, he knows that they know he's stuck in Palace, so he's just gonna roam around, try and make sure he doesn't get flanked. And you can clearly see this position from Niffy towards Connector. That's going to give them some room to work with. It's going to walk on out. The timing, it couldn't have been better from KNTZ. Gets to kill in Reality Jesus. I'm not sure if he spotted out the bomb, though. And now the C4 in the back of Just Cause. He's got all questions. He doesn't know what to do. Olivia barrel sticking out. And Niffy gets the kill. But just as he finds it, KNTZ will get the immediate trade. And KNTZ is being the MVP of this round so far. And Just Cause, all on him. 1v2, heading towards the A bomb site. If he gets a kill in the KNTZ, it could be big, because he gets the kill. He's gonna get the bomb down, and Meryl's is far away, so Just Cause can just get the bomb down and pretty much set himself up anywhere for a post plant.
1 versus 1. He's got himself in towards CT, but now Meryl's moves forward towards the top of the stairs. Just Cause position. It's very solid right now, and I do remember a clutch yesterday that made me want to die, Blair, with Just Cause involved in the city bomb site. Let's see if Mayros can play this one better. Just Cause has a good position. The Molotov goes in towards him and an immediate headshot. Well played from Mayros. He just walks into the site, quickly hitting the headshot. That's the 4th round for Beyond.
That was an insta headshot from Mayros, and I don't think the op's going to be retrieved. That's unfortunate. I feel bad for Olivia there. Like, the position he was holding, like, the barrel was sticking out. It's going to be a free kill, but he was expecting his teammate KNTZ inside of Palace to cover that angle. But yeah, the timing was off. Timing was off, unfortunately. And KNTZ, the hero of that round, 3 kills for him, and that's all he had to do. As the scores are tied up again. But the worrying thing here for the side of Beyond is the money is not looking great. Fortunately for them, though, Zigma only have Deagles, Dinko. They don't have any utility, just going to be looking for the duels. But one thing we know about his Asian players, Dinko, their Deagles are up
nasty.
there. They're really nasty. It's literally world class, and it's not hyperbole. It's like a fact. They're so good for Deagles.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is like when they go and play in these international events, they can't catch a lot of the better teams in the world off because they're just so damn talented. And there goes Rolex opening things up with the deagle. It's QQ going down. And again, I would love to see a statistic. Well, I can look at that myself, but I want to see it across the tournament of how many opening duels he's won in comparison to when he's given away that first kill. Like just across the entire tournament.
That'd be interesting. I actually want to take a look at it as well. Maybe during the downtime when when we have a break, perhaps we could just take a look at stats. I love stats. I feel like with the right context, stats can be. I feel it's highly underutilized in Counter-Strike, and I feel like the only team who's probably done it is who, Astralis.
Yeah, it's because we have so much available to us as well. It's a little bit annoying. We have a website, HLTV, that just provides them so easily for us.
No other esports site, no other esports has a site like that, and yet we underutilize it so massively. It's kind of tragic.
Yeah. I mean, Valorant have a couple of them right now because obviously they realize how successful HLTV is, and obviously we have a couple of people have moved over from CS to that game. So obviously taking it and trying to make it for a new esport, I feel like every esport could benefit with an HLTV.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like just a home for the game where you have all the matches, you have all the stats, and that's something even I personally in our job that I personally relied on so many times. There are moments where you might have your notes and everything, but then you just don't have enough time to prep for a match, or like let's say you're
Not at all,
yeah, or let's say you're in a tournament where it's a single limb. You don't even know what matchup is going to be coming up in the next couple of hours. But HLTV, boom, just like that, you give all the stats, all the context you need to kind of narrate the story. As 5-4 Beyond have kind of come back into this one, Dinko. Although it's been some scrappy, expensive rounds, you can take a look at the money. They've won 3 in a row, and yet the money's not looking that great. And it's going to be a hit coming in straight on. Oh, that is badly timed, I feel like. Was it a Molotov and a smoke? But it smokes deep. It's good. QQ is good for 1. He gets the opening this time around, Dinko, but can he do more is the question. As the A bomb set, it's going to be run over. PP overdose, just running. What is wrong with you, PP?
He just overdosed. And well, it's going to be a 3 versus 4 man advantage in play here for Beyond. Good position though from Reality. He could be good enough to take at least one down here for him. It's STK immediately finding the headshot. Rolex towards Tetris. The Molotovs forced him into the left side and he will get 1. That's all he'll grab, but that was just cause. Emerging from Palace to no avail. He will fall to Olivia's AWP.
Was there a flash?
Around collective for Beyond. And 6-4.
I don't care what had happened that round. I'm just wondering what the hell PP was thinking. Was he waiting for a flashbang from his team? If he was, why was he facing the flash? And why did he have his knife out? Can we please take a look at the replay again? Because that just boggles my mind. I have no idea what happened there. That can't just be a brain fart. That has to be like I don't know, Dinko. I thought it was ready. I thought it was mentally ready for today, but no, you're never ready.
Yeah. No matter how many years you invest into Asian Counter-Strike, it seems like it's just mind boggles you every day.
It does. It does.
May Rolls, he's been goddamn good, hasn't he? 13-5. He's here again. He's looking. Oh my god, I thought he was about to get caught by the worst timing in the world, that quick switching, but he comes back and he gets a second. Just cause a Reality are both going down. KTZ stepping up as well. It is just the pistols, but they've been dispatched and dispelled very quickly indeed, and without any casualties from Beyond just yet.
Well, this is a much better round coming out from Beyond. A few of these rounds where Zigma have just had the pistols, they have bled a couple of players, which is why the money, if you look at it, they've won 4 in a row right now, and money still hasn't been great. Olivia. Arrow, not spotted up. CZ comes out, and he gets the kill. So 5 in a row now for Beyond. It's kind of like, back and forth affair, and a flawless round as well. I don't think they even took a single point of damage, which is great for their money. It's finally starting to look a little bit more solid as we do enter round number 12. 4 more rounds remaining in this half. And those of you tuning in, this is the second matchup of the day. It's the first map of this best of 3 series. And as you saw right now in the graphic on the top left corner, this is the map pick from Zigma. Coming up next is going to be Beyond. Stomping Grounds is going to be a nuke. So for Zigma to maybe stand a chance of taking this series, or at least even taking to map number 3, they need this map. And right now, Beyond, they're starting to shut things down. It seemed to have woken up, Dinko.
Olivia out to the right side. He spotted the player cross down.
So
he's in the open. He needs to get out of there now. He stays alive. That's good. I mean, it is a risky play, but it works out. You're not going to always say a play is good because it works, but at least he has got his opening kill and he can fall back safely. Man advantage for Beyond, and I'm liking this. I don't want to stop this because it's confident from Beyond. You can see KTZ pushed all the way through, but they're about to cross here. Rolex. Oh no! KTZ turns around and he finds him. Rolex, that's so awful for him. He goes down, and that's a 2-man advantage. So much map control to work with for Beyond, and now we really get to see what Zigma can do in the mid-round. This is going to be such a difficult one. I love how they just immediately take Spawn back, though. Make sure that he has fallen back to the site.
Listen, as long as we don't have players running through the smoke or walking through the smoke with a knife out, I'm okay with whatever strategy they use here, Dinko. Here they go though. Run out, trying to bait out the player towards CD spawn, and there's no one to be found. QQ spots a couple of players out. KNTZ, his feet are gonna get pretty toasty, but they don't check him, Dinko. They don't expect him to be holding that angle. That's a big mistake from Zigma, and they're gonna get punished. A double kill for KNTZ. And Beyond, they're looking better and better and better. It's 6 in a row right now for Beyond, and we just have just a couple more rounds remaining here for Zigma to try and make this a little competitive, because I'll be honest, Dinko, I don't think 4 rounds are good enough considering the CD side, the way it got shredded apart by Tiger yesterday. How do you not check that? Especially with the Molotov not being deep enough. The thing with a Molotov is it's a good molly, but it's going to force the CT to play towards that, towards the boxes over there, and that's a very easy check. It ensures you don't have to, peer far out and check the deep corner, but no one checks, which is so dumb, as QQ's going to have no trouble finding kills galore. It's another shutdown, Dinko. The money, I was talking about it a while ago, and right now it is looking fantastic. 2 more rounds remaining in this half, and Beyond, it looks like they're in cruise control.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier on for Sigma. They're not going to get as many opportunities to get rounds in the first half like they did against Tiger. I think Beyond are just more of a tight ship on this one, right? They've got everything together on Mirage. They know how to play it. They've made this a staple in their map pool. They're not going to be making as many errors as Tiger, where you get that opening kill and you let it go. I think we immediately seen it at the start of the round. Okay, Olivia's still making a ballsy play, but he gets the kill. He's good enough to find it. And instead of sticking around and going for another, like so many Opers will do in this region, he falls back. He realizes, okay, I've got an opening kill. Let's keep it. And then the push to the ramp works out as well. They get a little bit lucky in the timing, but still, nonetheless, Beyond, good and proactive, confident Counter-Strike coming out. And again, another good shutdown. They're not even coming close in these pistol rounds. Easy wins for them. And PP Overdose, he's going to get one in the Tech 9 before falling. They just kind of lost track of him. And it's 10-4. Beyond, double figures already. This is what I was hoping for, Blad. This is what I want to predict coming into this series. This is what I should predict based on what we know about Beyond and Sigma. But it's so difficult to say this with conviction. But I'm glad we're seeing it play out.
I feel like the only team who's played at an extremely high level so far this tournament has to be Vici, right? Like, their wins have looked convincing, even against Tyloo. I mean, apart from that game, which was kind of close, mind you. But Tyloo being Tyloo, just, being able to steal a win away. Vici been the only team where it'd be like, Vici against any other team, they're going to beat them. And they've beaten them convincingly. Looking good, not making too many mistakes. Jam Young, Kaze, Zoking, Almond, even Advent at times stepping up. So apart from that, I completely agree with you. I feel like there's no team here in this tournament where you can, with any level of conviction, be like, oh yeah, this team should have this game. But right now, Beyond is starting to make me believe, at least for this matchup, at least in this instance, that they are looking much better than Zigma at the moment. Zigma, they strung 4 rounds in a row. They were leading 4-2, and then it's been Beyond all the way. Oh, what? How does Rolex get its second kill?
Absolutely no idea how he's pulled that off. And now, well, 53 seconds in play. It's going to be STK looking for the kill towards top connector. Niffy going down. Overdose as well out of that. And it's a 3 versus 2. 45 seconds. Just Cause bringing the bomb over towards the A bomb site. Currently Rolex occupying default, making sure that there is a safe avenue of approach. But getting across to the bomb site is not going to be easy. You've got Olivia covering this off with the AWP. And Rolex, I feel like he has to almost be the sacrificial lamb at this point. They're aware. He's going to find it. Olivia goes down, and Rolex, he's so low, but he's still pulling it off for the team. And then he has a brain fart. He doesn't think about CT. He goes down, and Just Cause now into a 1 versus 2 to try and win this for his side. He's got the first kill, looking for the second, and he cannot get it done. STK saving the day. Beyond go 11-4 in the first half.
Yeah, that was just rough. I love the play from Rolex. So they knew they didn't have any utility to cross and over. No smoke, no flashbang, except the 1 Molotov, and it just goes for the peek through the site. And Olivia not expecting that, but then yeah, like you said, a little bit of a brain fart. Not expecting to see to have pushed up. Brilliant positioning from Meralt, and a great showing overall from Beyond. They lose 4 in a row, and then, you know, as the rounds progress, we saw some very close rounds, which came down to the 1v1s, the 2v2s, but then the final 4 or 5 rounds have been beyond just looking pretty much flawless, looking very good, just shutting down whatever hit Zigma were throwing their way. What worries me for Zigma, Dinko, is like 4 rounds on a T side of Mirage, you could be forgiven for thinking, yeah, that, you know what, you can still work with it. It's not the worst. But that CD side by Zigma from yesterday against Tiger, that it's still engraved in my mind. And that worries me. Because just with 4 rounds to work with, I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's close to being enough. Even if they win the pistol, which is looking unlikely.
Yeah, especially if they just they pick Mirage, but they're not that good on it. I think that's fair to say. Just cause he's gonna be trying to hold on here. QQ, he's gonna go down. May rolls with a headshot. 3 versus 3. A chance for Beyond to try and win this pistol round to give themselves 12 rounds. Put themselves closer to taking this map, but it's Rolex and Niffy putting a stop to that. STK now on a 1 versus 3. He's gonna go back up towards Palace and try and re-enter the A bomb site. But this is not gonna be easy at all. He's got a real difficult task in his hands, especially with no Kevlar, especially with no utility left. Just a Glock versus 3, and he's got a little bit of range to fight with as well here, so that's not going to be helping him. As he starts to make his way out, he sees P250. Oh, doing that might give away his position, but no one peeking it. Now he jumps down into the site via the ladder. Checking to the right side, 35 seconds, he realizes he has to get going. And he's as soon as he taps that bomb, he's dead. At this point, he realizes he's going to go forward and look for a fight first to try and make it closer. And unfortunately, too many angles to worry about. And Niffy gets the timing. It's 5th round for Sigma. They win the pistol into the second half. And it's a must-win pistol. We talk about 4 rounds not being enough. I don't think it is. I'm definitely in the same vein of thought as you, Blair. But at least it's a setup for potentially making this scoreline look a little bit more respectable. Get a bit of momentum, a bit of confidence going into the second map. But we'll see. I mean, 11-4 is the most misleading scoreline. But right now, I still don't believe. But we'll see. We'll see if we get proven wrong. We have been proven wrong before, Blair, especially in this tournament. Nothing really makes sense. But yeah, 5 Glocks or 4 Glocks. No, 3. Oh, never mind, Blair. Just my feed were a little bit blurry and the P250 looked like a Glock.
Yeah, but they do have a couple of P250, so they're not going to win this. If they had 5 Glocks, there was a chance of Beyond bringing this one back. But yeah, this should be... Memes aside, that was one of those rounds which should never have happened. For those of you probably wondering what I'm talking about, what this lunatic's just rambling on about Glocks. Tiger won a round on Mirage, T-side, with 5 Glocks against a full buy. I'm not talking about SMGs and Scouts, no, I'm talking about M4s and AWPs. And they won it by losing 1 man. 4 kills were with Glocks, 1 was an M4 they picked up. That broke me, that broke Dinko, and I think that almost broke Counter-Strike. I mean, it's happened in the past before, except not that convincingly, if that makes sense. As Niffy making very quick work of the final 3 remaining players, and that's money in the bank. Thank you very much. You might just go for the upgrade as well, because now for Beyond, it's going to be the big guns coming out, Dinko. AK-47s all across the board, and a pretty decent chunk of utility as well. Although, there is a distinct lack of any Molotovs. It's 5 smokes, 4 flashbangs, and that's about it. But the AK-47s, that would be the superior weaponry.
Olivia through the underpass. He's walking his way up here. Underhanded nade. Olivia was a little bit further up. That probably would have done quite a bit of damage to him. But luckily, he was a little bit further back in the underpass. This is a nice, slow default approach from Beyond. And this is something we don't see enough from the teams in this tournament. It's not slow. It's not methodical. It's not thought out. It's just an idea from spawn. And they all commit to it, Blair. And there's no plan B. Beyond taking their time, spreading out across the map. I mean, in doing so, they have conceded a bit of map control, but they know they have to take that back, and that's exactly what KNTZ is successful in doing. PP Overdose had an opportunity. We've had two duels here that could have went either way, but Beyond have come out on top in both of them. And Olivia, he's just pushed up all the way. No idea that he's going to be there. Just Cause runs right past him. Olivia will eventually get the kill, but Reality, he's found one. The bomb now, 30 seconds, still enough time. Rolex is over here on this B-bomb side. He's going to try and cause a couple of problems. Beyond, they've kind of screwed themselves a little bit here, but luckily Olivia has taken down Rolex. In Reality, on the other end of the map, he is completely far removed from any action. This should be Beyond. Feeling quite happy about themselves now. It's going to be 12-6. An impressive, simple round coming through from them. They did run it down through the final few seconds split, but they get it done nonetheless. They win all the important aim duels, and I guess that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's what matters. The guys got a little scary there, though, like that ops presence from Reality, and they're already on a hunting because they know they have an inkling where he is, and why not? I mean, I'm not a big fan of them just going all in and just throwing away their lives. I don't think it's worth it because you have to look at the money. You got to look at the money that's Beyond have themselves. It's not ideal. In Reality, Jesus, he has no idea that he is getting hunted. He's going to land a shot, though. Olivia gets taken down. And Reality should survive, and he will indeed. So just one casualty on the hunt, and more importantly, the AWP will be saved. And one thing we have noticed yesterday was Reality with an AWP was beasting on the CT side. So we need to see more from him with a big green zoom banger, Dinko, or else I feel like this one's a done affair.
I don't think Reality is going to be able to carry his team against Beyond. It's not realistic. Maybe we can get 1 or 2 kills here, but Beyond aren't going to let him take over the server single-handedly. You know, yesterday we seen some big rounds from him, Blair, but I definitely feel like, you know, his team set that up. There was enough distractions, there was enough going on, but Reality just walked down ramp, give it away the AWP, and Zigma, they're done here. 13-6. I think we're starting to get to the point where Beyond is wrapping this up. It's ready to be dispatched. I'm just ready for the second map. I'm ready to go on to Nuke, and that's where Beyond's going to take the series 2-0.
Yeah, it is very much looking like it, isn't it? That's just unfortunate.
Yeah, it's like Zigma kind of didn't really show up today so far. I mean, they can still have time. Obviously, we're only coming into round number 20, but it's just not really. They're not showing us much at all, are they?
And even just going back to that's a nice shot. Oh, that's a free up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is a little bit worrying. SCK not running forward. It's another kill for Rolex.
He's dead. He's dead.
He's making it expensive at least, but yeah, he's out of there.
Yeah, made a little expensive. AWP will not be retrieved as well, so Olivia's going to be a little annoyed about that. Olivia, 22 kills again. The guy always delivers, no matter what. As Mitch mentioned, you know, this Mirage pick was probably a mistake, right? They could probably have gone with something else apart from this, but picking in Mirage, considering how lackluster they looked against Tiger yesterday, a team who aren't as good on Mirage as Beyond. For Beyond, this is kind of like one of their home maps alongside Nuke, so maybe a different map, maybe a little bit of a curveball would have made things a little bit more interesting, but yeah, unfortunately, this just feels like the beginning of the end. This is going to be a B hit coming in. Reality Jesus boosted up top. No one checks him. He spots a barrel out looking for more, and he's got to find 2. And Reality Jesus, he's delivering, Dinko. But Meryl's is still there. They know there's a player right underneath as Meryl's finds a wild spray through the smoke, and it is going to be Reality with the USP of all things to finish things off. He's like, MP9, you know what? I'm going to downgrade to show how damn good I am at this game.
Beyond a little bit of a uncomfortable round there. They'll be feeling a little bit disappointed in that one, but they are still 3 away for victory. They still can buy up, and Reality just showing up, yeah, with their weakest weapon in play. It's an absolute animal, and just brilliant round from Reality. I think he's definitely the star player of this team. I don't think there's any question at this point anymore. most raw ability at least, and PP Overdose up in Palace. He's taken down Kane. TZ, another push keeps coming through. It's Reality only getting the one kill, so it's on to Nifty to do something here. The problem is for Beyond, they don't have the bomb. It's dropped in the open. They're a man down. This round's looking pretty rough here. And we're going to try and fight Olivia, of course. Good enough to pick up a kill onto Just Cause. And now Nitfi straight down into War Sandwich is successful for one. PP Overdose still in Palace. He hasn't unveiled his position, but it's time for the PP to come out.
And he's going to come out down the ladder. They have
Behind
no
them.
idea.
Oh.
This is perfect. But Olivia gets to kill. 1v1 now, Denko. And Olivia's making a lot of noise, but he's playing him. He's playing Rolex. This could be genius from Olivia. He seems to have all the idea in the world. He knows exactly where Rolex is. He's outplaying him. If he goes to CD spawn and heads towards B, that my mind's gonna be blown. But no, he's just gonna get the bomb down, Dinko.
Yeah.
But for Rolex, it should be an easy retake here, even if it's a 1v1.
Oh, Olivia, he's done so much damage. The health advantage was there, but he just peeks. And Rolex, he knows the angles, and he finds the headshot. Brilliant stuff. He needed that round win. Olivia looked like he had just gamed him completely. Looks like he was going to be taking his 25th kill and a 14th round for Beyond, but it doesn't go that way, and that's heartbreaking for Beyond. But what a step up from Rolex.
That was... to be honest, that should have been the round for Zigma. It should have been a comfortable win for them, but again, Olivia, man, oh man, when this guy's alive, can never be too sure. Meryl's with the MP5, Mitch's favorite gun.
I mean, the MP5 is pretty terrible, so you can definitely get behind that, but it's an SMG that doesn't see much use in normal circumstances. We did see a P90 a little bit earlier on. PP Overdose. Taking away QQ. It's a good start here for Zigma. They've worked this one out well. This force buy, I'm not a fan of it from Beyond, and this is why. It's not looking good for them at all. They just got absolutely mauled to pieces. Kane to see gone. Terrible round from Beyond. That's going to leave their economy in the bin for a couple more. And what was looking like a very dominant showing from Beyond, a very comfortable lead, will start to look a little less comfortable. Why? Because it's going to be 10 rounds on the board for Zigma, most likely coming into this next one. Then we see a buy from Beyond. If they lose that, well, they have lost their control of this game.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. This was a messy round and a very, very clean hold coming out from Just Cause especially. The worrying thing for Zigma, I'm going to again point out the fact that their money is still not looking very solid. I know they really haven't had too many chances to kind of grind back into this. But at the same time, if they lose this round, Dinko, they can eke out a bye. But it's not going to be great. And to lose 2 back-to-back, that's a map point for Beyond. Completely broke. So it's a worrying thing here. You know, we do have the buy coming, and my feet's kind of frozen up. Oh, there we go. My feet's back. And for Beyond, they have the Deagles out. And once again, just to repeat myself again, the Deagles are quite dangerous.
I think you have to preface every single Asian Counter-Strike Eagle round with, that. Restart coming in. Be interested to see if Beyond still want to go on the Deagles. They have a second chance, Blair.
Yeah, I still don't see them doing anything too crazy here. Oh, player DC'd. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, it's... Who is it?
QQ.
Oh, yeah. It's always funny, you could literally be casting so many, you could be casting so many of these games and so these teams over and over again for like, just past 23 rounds, blah. And you could just immediately have just go, who's missing? It's just, it's like your brain is such a strange thing. Well, 13-9. Beyond have got QQ back on the server. They need another restart. I don't know if his money was 1,700. Maybe it was. Okay. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. QQ has far less cash to work with for the rest of the roster. He does have his Deagle out in play. Deagle for May rolls as well here. Olivia picking up one. It's going to be full deco across the board. And for Zigma, this should be around. They have no problems in. Surely.
I like how you ended with a very plaintive surely. Let's see. Nice opening. Reality, especially towards this A bomb site with the op, he was spectacular. I think it was a highlight moment from him as well yesterday. Getting a 3K against Tiger, although in a losing effort, which is looking like the case over here. But so far, it has been a much better CD side setup from Zigma. Although that was the case yesterday as well, until they lost to the Glocks, and I think they kind of broke. They mentally broke. Just cause from the short, just a turret. Yeah, I really don't see any way in this one how they bring this one back. So it's going to be 10 rounds for Zigma. Question is, what can Beyond do on their buy? Because the past few rounds have been a little underwhelming from the favorites.
Zigma are going to go and get themselves a 10th round easily enough. And yeah, the second half has been a pretty quiet show. I think it's mainly just because of decision making. You know, you've had so many rounds that have come close. If Olivia wins that 1 versus 1, Beyond are probably at a point now where they're 15 it up, 15-7 up. There's no problems, right? But just that 1 round and then the decision making that's come off the back of it because they felt like they were so close has kind of left them in a weird place. So this is a very important round for Beyond. With this, I don't really see any problems. I think they get right back on track, but Reality is getting more confident. Zigma across the board getting more confident, and they've got an opening kill to play with.
They are, but Olivia... Oh no, that's a big miss. That's a big miss. And Olivia finds 3. Dinko, there was no one there. There was no one to help him out. And Olivia is just running and death matching. He's killing everyone. They're all dead. They're all dead, Dinko. Call 911 because that was bloody murder in mid. And Rolex probably wondering, how do you die to one guy? There was no one next to him. There were no flashes, nothing. And Olivia just always looking for the ace. He's gonna get the ace. Of course he is. What a beast. What a legend. What a god. But what a terrible round from Zigma as well. What was that, Dinko?
Well,
okay, let's watch this.
Yeah, Olivia's just always going to take the chance in these situations. But yeah, he should have been dead to rights a long time ago. He even has time to remove the smoke from his hand, pull out his rifle, spray not only 1 but 2 players down. What is going on in this round? How is he allowed to do that? And while 14-10, like I said, if they win this round, then I'm back on the Beyond hype train. I think they close it here.
Can we just like have players just be AFK for Beyond and T-Spawn and just send out Olivia and see how many people he killed single-handedly? And then the rest of his team comes out, because he is so good, man. He is never disappointed. He has never failed, no matter how terrible some of these some of the players can be on many of the teams here. Like, there are a few names, like Jam Young stands out for me. Techno 4K from Checkmate stands out for me. And Olivia has to be another name. Like, he has been fantastic, rarely making a mistake. Rarely do we have an opportunity to criticize him, apart from maybe a missed shot here and there, but that's only because he's human after all. But this looks like almost the end here. Niffy, the timing is pristine. KNTZ. Oh my, are we gonna? No. Okay, Niffy finds him. That was looking like just a comedy of errors. It's Reality, waiting for the smoke to dissipate, but Olivia, keen eyes, finds the kill. So the opening takes place. PP's done for. He's gonna get taken down. 2 players shooting him from both directions, front and behind. And Niffy, they know where he is. They have the A bomb side, but instead, they're gonna be heading towards B. This is a genius call from Beyond.
Going into the B bomb site, they're going to catch that out immediately. Olivia, the missed shot. QQ goes down as well, but look at this, just calls position. Because he'd already got 1, and he could do so much more just alone. They've separated, and that's going to give him a 1 versus 1 fight every single time. Mayrol's now onto 1 versus 3. Beyond, we're looking to try and close it, but the time, he's got to die before it. Surely, come on, Mayrol's. Go down. Die. He's staying alive, though. That's a way to work it. He's going to try and tap I think he definitely lost track of the time there, but he stays alive, right? And that's okay. You know, you either die there or you stay alive and take down the 2 players. It just looked incredibly unlikely that he was going to find those 2 kills, but he manages to pull it off. And now 14-11. The money's still good here for Beyond. They're still able to buy up. So not out of the woods just yet. Zigma They want to win in regulation. They've got to be flawless.
Oh yeah, they have to be flawless, and what's with the cast's curse? I'm praising Olivia, and he misses probably the easiest shot of the match so far, and it just falls apart for Beyond after that. But here comes a hit towards this A bomb side. Reality G, just good flashbang, great flashbang, and he's gonna flash again. Gonna peek on out. Brilliant stuff, but not able to find QQ with the flash. QQ replies back. It's still a 4v4, and the CD is just waiting behind the smoke, waiting all the way towards CD spawn. As Just Cause gonna, I think, boost himself on top of the smoke, finds Meryl's, and that's gonna stop the rotation. But they're gonna walk into Rolex, but Olivia is holding W, and left click is running and shooting them, Dinko, and it's just destroying them. Whoever is in his path, as they keep running straight towards B, which could be a mistake because Just Cause is ready and lying in wait.
Yes, he is, and he can still certainly pull this off. He goes to the right side. He's been the anchor in the previous round for them. He's going to throw the smoke out to the right side. He gets one, but QQ gets his revenge from the previous round. Headshot dealt onto Just Cause, and now PP Overdose coming back up from behind. Right in front of him is KTZ. He's going to get into the corner with the Galil. And Niffy starts walking forward to the left side. You've got QQ in behind the bench in the back left corner. KTZ up in the apartments. PP Overdose swings on by. The headshot is there. KTZ goes down, and now QQ with a quick headshot. Now 1 versus 1. He backs away. He headed towards the market, but now swings to the right side. Spots the player across to his left, and QQ cannot win it. How has PP Overdose managed to do that? How has he confused QQ? His braid just malfunctions, and it's 12 rounds on the board for Zigma.
He played it to perfection, and then he just takes a bullet, rattles of a bullet into the pillar because he saw his back. He could just play that safe. He had completely bamboozled the last player there, but, well, Beyond, a couple of small slip-ups here and there, and they've allowed Zigma back into the game. And Zigma, yes, the money is crappy, yes, the buy is not great, but you know what? They're still in this map, and they still are trailing only by 2 rounds right now. They can tie things up. It's very, very doable. They win this round. Dinko, if they win this round, Zigma Beyond have to go for an eco, and that's Zigma tying things up 14-all. As Olivia, the danger man, already 31 kills for him, Dinko, and he's been shut down early on.
Reality. QQ going down. A second shot rattled off before death comes his way. Mayros will swiftly put a bullet through the brain of Reality, but it's not enough to stop him beforehand. And while Just Cause turns around, he is really coming to life. 3K from Reality, 1 from Just Cause, and now it just leaves Mayros. A 1 versus 4, 14-13. I was confident in Beyond, but now I'm not. This is starting to really get out of hand. Zigma, how have they done this? I have to say, though, you know, okay, Beyond have had weaknesses for sure, but Reality has been an animal.
Yeah,
and he hasn't been alone. He has had Just Cause to some important round plays over towards B, which was a big weakness. Do you remember back when Zigma were just terrible at the B hold? How has that flipped so much when now they're so sick at the B hold?
Well, they're shutting down Beyond. They're feeling confident, and I feel like that's something which it makes it sound like a broken record. It sounds like just like a cliche. But the truth is, oh, we haven't played DCing, but everyone's in the server. It looks like so. Ah, there we go. A technical timeout getting called there. Yeah, it's like they live and die with this entire momentum-based style of Counter-Strike, I feel like, right? Especially teams like Zigma. We saw yesterday how they were fighting back against Tigers, back and forth, and then suddenly, once they lost to the Glocks, they just literally all fight just exited their body. And it was basically, well, it was basically Tigers running away with it. They ran away with the end of Mirage, and they ran away with on Inferno, where Zigma didn't put up a fight at all. So Zigma waking up here and against their more favored counterparts, their more favored countrymen, they're suddenly looking very, very good. Suddenly shutting things down. In Reality, again, Dinko, we did say his op on Mirage yesterday and CD side was quite spectacular. And right now, he is hitting those shots.
Oh, he is. He's really showing up. And It's good that Zigma across the board have a pretty solid defense on both sides of the map, right? You got the B hold that's looking good. They're usually good for 1 or 2 kills. It's always putting beyond the weakness that allows for the retake to come through. And then over towards A, we've got Reality just being all over the place. He's so impactful. A lot of big rounds for them here in the second half so far. And clutches going their way really started this. That 1 versus 1 that Olivia lost, that's when Zigma get right back into things. The Rolex has definitely had an MVP round. So Zigma, everyone kind of having their moments. Now Beyond starting to gather up. It's going to be a B hit. Oh my god, we nearly seen the spam again play. We nearly see it through the wall, but it doesn't work out. Instead, the push comes through into the B bomb site with all 5 players still intact for Beyond.
What?
It's 1 kill from Mayrolls through the wall, taking down PP Overdose, and now Rolex is trying his best. They walk right through. It's QQ giving it away, but the bomb, look where the bomb is. It's stuck in the smoke right in front of it. They're going to have to try and recover. Reality burning away Mayrolls. Rolex as well. No one from Zigma overstepping. No one making a mistake. And as soon as they lose the bomb there, there's absolutely no chance in winning that round. You cannot get it back. You cannot get that bomb down. And then Zigma can just sit back. So Beyond, terrible outcome for them, unfortunately. We head into round 29. We're tied up 14-14. The AKs are back on the table for the T side, Blood, but this is the last stand. I said Zigma needed to be flawless if they wanted to win in regulation, and so far they have been.
All. Beyond definitely going to be sweating now. They're going to be feeling a little uncomfortable, a little hot underneath the collar as they are setting up for this A play. They have Olivia on the look, and there's a man without any utility right now. He's used up his smoke early on for the jungle smoke. Oh, I like this. I like this. The flash peek towards mid, just trying to reclaim some of the real estate, and PP Overdose repositioning himself. That nade's actually going to do a bit of damage onto QQ and a slight go to KNTZ, but not too much. They're going to be okay. Nifty pushing up as well alongside PP Overdose to set up his defense. This is a pretty good hole, I feel like. Even if they go for this execute, which is what Beyond seem to be going for, they're going to be 2 CDs playing inside. And now for PP, he's got no utility, neither do Niffy. So once the hit comes in, they're not going to have any smokes or flashbangs to work with. They're just going to need to hit their shots. The good thing for them is the Yopper, that's Reality Jesus. He's going to be just like the turret for them. And here comes the hit. Niffy has to move away. He's got no smoke to play with. He's got no smoke to extinguish the flames. And the hit is on Dinko.
Well, Reality getting rid of SDK. It's a good blind kill. PP Overdose stepping up as well. Beyond starting to crumble. They're a man down as they look into the A bomb site. Reality is still alive. He's scoped in and ready for Beyond to round this corner. What a weird fair hit has been. Niffy with the headshot. Mayrolls taking liberties. Is going to get shut down by Niffy with a double again. Olivia removed from the round. He's in T-spawn with absolutely no chance of winning this round. It's 15-14. Zigma somehow have reached map point. I thought this series was going to reach a quick conclusion based on the performance in the first half from Beyond. The start to the second, but Zigma have come right back into things, and Beyond have not been able to stop them. It has been a big performance from Olivia. He's 31-19, Blair. But where's KNTZ? Where's STK? They're not here. 27 kills to Mayrolls, 31 for Olivia. The rest of the team are just not having a good time at all in the second half.
It is just crazy how this has just gone wrong for the side of Beyond. I'm just going to remind everyone, it was an 11-4 half for Beyond. A top 4, top 5 team in Asia against a team who, Zigma, who for the first time qualified for an RMR. It was 11-4, and then it was 13-6. It was 13-6. And now, with Zigma 15-14 in the lead. It has been, don't get me wrong, it's been a spectacular comeback, but Jesus, Beyond have choked so hard here.
Yeah, they're choking. Like, they just are. They choke everything. They choke wins against Tyloo. They choke against Vici. They choke against Invictus. They choke against Checkmate. Actually, they just got outright destroyed by Checkmate. But nonetheless, they just seem to be a team with the worst mental fortitude. Like, they can't close games. It's like they, in their own head, they're their own worst enemy. They have the skill. They have the team ability, but they just cannot get it over the line.
They need a mental coach and someone who also knows the Heimlich maneuver. to try and like while they're giving them advice at the same
Hit
time
up Team
someone's
Liquid.
what is Olivia doing? No, that's not the play. That's not the play. You don't walk out that wide with no one towards ramp to help you out. If he'd gone to jungle there from Olivia, that would have been massive. But this could be it, Dingo. This could be the end. This could be GG, as you called it. Just Cause going to find one. PP over is going to strike. SDK remains. He is alone in a 1v4, and Zigma somehow have stolen away the map from the side of Beyond. And in the past, okay, I'm just going to do very quick math here. Out of the past 11 And I'm dead as well. That was... Okay, that was a shutdown from Reality. He's been showing up today.
Reality it has been the star of this team. He's been the most impactful player in terms of delivering big multi-kill rounds, and that's exactly what they need. We talked about the firepower, maybe they lacked that. Well, not today. Reality has shown up to another level, and what Zigma 1-0 up. Beyond coming into this, not exactly the start they would have been looking for, but they've gone for the investment into the second round. They've picked up the pistols, the MAC-10s. They've got a little bit to work with coming into this round. They're going to head towards outside. PP Overdose looking for the lineups. The smokes are up. A full execute towards outside from Beyond as they try and get down in towards the secret stairs. They've done that successfully.
They have, and all 5 players gathered up together. They do have a couple of smokes. This MP9 could be a problem. There's a big gap there, but Roll's getting flash inside. He spots a couple of players. That is going to do a smart thing. There's no need to face. Fall back, fade away, play the angles. And the MP9, good for one, but KNTZ with a MAC-10 replies back, has broken the window, and his position is compromised as Just Cause finds Mayoral. So, yeah, they have control of some part of the map, but PP Overdose from behind. He's cut off any route for escape unless Olivia lands a shot. And PP, is he going to be ready for this? He's got to make his escape. Very low in health, and Olivia just running behind him, and PP, he just tucked his tail between his legs, and he just legging it. And Olivia continues to hold W, Dinko. He wants that kill, and finally Nippy shuts him down. That's gotta be terrifying, right? Think you're PP Overdose, and you're just being hunted down by this one madman with a deagle, just running behind you, just the laser focus on your death.
Beyond tried. They certainly did. And Zigma, they just don't let it happen. 2-0 up now. Good start from them. If they can get this going, if they can be a... we talk about them being a momentum-based team, and it's certainly a cliche, like you said previously. You said about a lot of teams. We hear that phrase thrown around a lot on broadcast, but it is true for a team like Sigma. They are a very momentum-based team. They're very emotional. Things are going well. They're very difficult to stop, and while it's looking so good for them right now, all the kills come in. A perfect 3-0 lead at the start of this, and Sigma continuing their confidence from Mirage. And I have to say, Blood, just a small note that many of the viewers at home might not think about. There is actually quite a quick turnaround in terms of the break in between the maps, right? A lot of other tournaments, it seems to be a little bit of a longer break. We have 10, 15 minutes. You have the post game is a little in between the maps is a little bit longer. So there isn't much of a turnaround. There isn't much of a break to reset mentally, go outside, have a drink, have a cigarette if you've got it. There's no time to chill out, right? And so it's very difficult to get back into the focused mindset of, okay, let's forget about that previous map. Let's forget about what just happened and how it transpired and come into the second map fresh and ready to go. It might take a while for Beyond to get into the mindset.
Oh, indeed, 100%. And I'll even give you a little bit of a stat. Mitch said four kills in 4 rounds. So far, they've had 5 kills in 8 rounds, including the last 4 rounds of Mirage and of these first 3 rounds here. As QQ's doing great work, just pushing pretty deep. Olivia's going to find Niffy, and finally, success for the T side, as Just Cause is going to be left alone, but he's dropped the bomb, Dinko! He's found the bomb, and Meros runs out through the flames. He goes for the hero play. That could have been scary. Just Cause not expecting Meryl to run in through the flames. But he gets taken down because of that. Kind of an expensive round for Beyond, but you know what? They finally break the curse. They win a round, Dinko. It's been a while since we've seen Beyond get a round on board. But they finally do it. Finally do it.
And they finally get it on the board. And it was a very simple round. There was just straight up aim duels. There was nothing tactical, nothing next level about it. It was just setting the players out, hope Beyond win the fights. And they do. They win the fight overall. And that's a dose of reality for Zigma. Realizing, okay, here on Nuke, this is the playground of Beyond. Ain't going to be like Mirage, but we can be able to string rounds together easily. It's just going to be a tough fight from the offset. To be fair, it was on Mirage. They had a huge comeback. I have to say, Sigma really coming back into it. And if you are just tuning in and you didn't see Mirage, go back and watch that at some point. See how Sigma managed to come back into it. STK opens things up with a good double kill in towards the ramp. Mayrol's following up. He was definitely playing well in the previous. And I feel like Nuke is one of those maps that Mayrol's can really have a great time on. He seems to be very comfortable on this map.
Except for that one classic heaven drop where he
True.
He died. He broke his knees.
He's fixed that though, Black, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he did. He really learned. That's one thing I like to see. You make a mistake, that L, it's not a loss. It sometimes can be considered as learning, and you learn from your mistakes. As well, Beyond, they lose the pistol, they lose the anti-ecos very, very, very convincingly, but the past 2 rounds, at least this one and the previous one, have looked good so far. They have just taken the aim duels, just completely overwhelming the Zigma defense. And again, got to remind everyone, this is one of Beyond's best maps. In fact, I'll even go out on a limb and say it's their very best map. And it's a map that Zigma led through, meaning that Beyond should be high favorites here, like massive favorites. Now, you might go back to the previous map in Mirage and be like, but Blair, they were 13-6 on Mirage, and yet they kind of crap that away. You know what? It's still Mirage. It's a map, T-side. It can get a little rough. You mentally break. You make too many mistakes, you're going to get punished. But right now, Beyond, they're going to have a massive fire under their asses, and that's Zigma lighting the fire. And right now, they're going to be... they seem to have woken up, is what I'm trying to say here. They seem to have woken up. It's a map that is supremely comfortable on, and unfortunately for Zigma, they haven't shown much on Nuke to really give me much faith in this lineup. At least on this map.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair coming into this. That's what I said in the pre-game. As soon as you let nuke through, kind of one of those maps where you just go, okay, well, you let it through, you're gonna let y'all pick this. Well, be prepared to lose a map. It's just gonna happen. I would have preferred to see a Dust 2 in here. Because I actually, Zigma, okay, we're not comfortable on Dust 2, we don't like to play it. Fair enough, but it is still a map where you're going to be able to 50-50 it. Especially with the way they're performing right now. Well, Beyond running out under the woods, bomb site, give me the rifle here from Rolex, trying its best to find something, but not really working out just yet. All the kills, all his teammates are gone. And that's Beyond tying things up, and a couple of clean rounds now being picked up for them. The money wasn't quite there for Zigma, so we're going to the next round. It's all about the buy, and we'll see if they can get this under their belt. 3-3. Beyond tie things up, keeping 4 players alive. Relatively clean start into the gun rounds.
Yep, gun rounds looking extremely good here in the for Beyond. At least for Zigma, the buy is going to be coming out. And here's a problem for Zigma. If this map just kind of completely spirals out of control, and Beyond just run away with it, like let's say a 16-6 or 16-7 scoreline, that's where Beyond's gonna, they're gonna have that injection of confidence going in, and they're gonna be like, yeah, you know what, let's just bang these guys out. And heading into Inferno, I know both the teams look kind of shaky on it, but the thing is, Beyond have played much tougher opposition on Inferno than Zigma, even though they have similar win percentages on HLTV. So that's what I'm gonna start fearing for Zigma, especially after all the hard work they put into Mirage to bring it back. Just get banged out. It's gonna be painful. As Mayrolls, what a shot, just destroys Just Cause. Reality at least replies back. He's gonna do the smart thing, just relinquishing control of ramp, playing a more passive angle. It's still a 4v4.
$50 in play. Yoda walking forward, catching out KNTZ. If you're towards the back of the A bomb site, maybe looking to hold on, but this is fantastic from Zigma. They have really lit up the scoreboard here. Reality dishing out the damage again. 2 kills. PP Overdose assisting and shutting down Olivia, who is yet to really get going on Nuke. He's 1-6 right now. And STK had a couple of good entries in towards ramp, this time not finding anything. So 1 versus 4. 17 seconds still left in that clock. Oh, he's been spotted. They know where he is. And that's a death sentence. He's out of there. Round picked up by Zigma. And I have to say, if they can get a few of those, if they can keep this up, Bled, if they can keep the economy low for the T side, well, we could be seeing a pretty good half come in from Zigma. I mean, they get a good start. They win those first 3 rounds in a row. That's certainly going to set you up for a bit more success in the half, right? You can win a couple more gun rounds on top of that, break the money, go on a bit of a tear. It should be enough if you have Reality popping off and playing fantastically. Then you could win a couple of rounds off of this. Who knows where this Nuke series could go?
You're a very optimistic lad, Denko. That's what I like about you. You kind of remind me of youthful hope and optimism. I don't see that happening. I feel like Beyond just gonna smack Zigma into the ground.
I'm trying.
Yeah, you know what's gonna happen right now? Beyond's gonna win this round, and he's just gonna break the money. He's just gonna destroy the money for Zigma. There we go. Kiki's gonna open it up. There's another player. KNDZ finds him. Reality from above, trying to deliver death, but KNDZ and STK, they're gonna strike. They're gonna miss a shot, Dinko. What did I tell you? They just smacked them down. KNDZ with a 3K, entering the upper bomb side without anything. And look at the money for Zigma. It's in the bin. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't share Dinko's youthful optimism. It always comes and bites you in the butt.
It does. But you know what? You get back up again, boy. You be positive again. Say we're gonna win this round.
I ain't not down.
Yeah.
But I get up again.
It's like, yeah, Tom and you and I singing that together on the stream.
One day.
Has enjoyed his singing, and we should have an album by the end of the weeks here. Now that's what I call Tom Biz.
I just want to do like a proper drunk karaoke session in Ukraine. You know, it's been a while. That's the only thing I miss. Everyone's like, well, what do you miss about, you know, the real world with this entire Corona thing happening? I'm like, just shenanigans. You know, you got people like Harry, Hugo, Tom, Mitch. It's always a wild, fun time. You know, it doesn't matter how good or bad the games are or how long the day is. End of the day, it's 9 o'clock. We all meet up in the hotel lobby, and then you can see the bartender rolling his eyes and just saying, you know, here we go again. Fun times, Dinko.
And obviously, we mean this after the games are done for the whole tournament, right? Well, so that's looking for the sprint now, rattling a couple of shots off of the CZ. Kane TZ getting rid of him, and then this is a nearly dead. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Right click.
Just trying to take his silencer off. Rolex, that's not the way to go about things. He's stuck in towards hell. He's still alive somehow, of course. Olivia Elsewhere has taken away Niffy and Rolex. We're just following your story here. How's it going to end? In death. And that is the way it should have been a long, long time ago. And well, just cause got himself an AK-47. He'll try his best. A little bit scared about where these bullets are coming from, but he can't quite figure it out just yet.
Yeah, if you can at least save this this AK, it's something. But QQ's on the hunt. It should come out. Oh, the time. Oh no, the timing did go. Gets on the ladder at the worst time possible, and the AK will not be salvaged. And for Zigma, it was the eco round, of course, but they don't really get much out of it apart from the one AK-47 snatched away from the cold dead hands of KNTZ, which wasn't even retrieved. So Beyond, they're back in business, Dinko. It's 3-0 for Zigma. They managed to get around in between there with a buy round, but Beyond, they've looked kind of indomitable so far. And this time around, you know what? I'm going to be the optimistic one. I'm going to say that Beyond are going to win this half pretty convincingly. I don't think Zigma have the right protocols, they have the right understanding of, you know, how to kind of handle this T-side from Beyond. Because what is seen from Zigma here is just being static holds. And even when they aggress is maybe one... We haven't really seen any aggression, actually, from Zigma yet. And that's the problem. If you're going to try and play Beyond on Nuke, you need to make them feel uncomfortable. This is a little bit better. But I'm going to have the question, does Reality have an escape route? Does he have a contingency plan in case he gets isolated from his teammates? The flash pops. That's a great flash. That's a great flash. And Merolds with the into trade and a 1-for-1 trade. I don't know. I don't think that's good enough because QQ's going to get another kill. He's going to find Just Cause pushing in through the ramp. But Rolex pushes in through the Squeaky to find another trade. So 3v3. Kind of a frantic affair. PP gets taken down. Doesn't work out, flashbang by his own teammate, and one by one they fall and go. A little bit more better from Zigma, but still not good enough because Rolex is bleeding out, and Niffy, it's all on him.
Rolex moving up through secret stairs, immediately shut down by Mayrolls, and Niffy in the lobby. 79 HP. I'm at the Kevlar. 47 seconds left. He spots out Mayrolls. That's the bomb and a second chance on the STK, but it's not going to work out. It's 6 rounds for Beyond as they are having a nice time of things here on the T side. Zigma back to the pistols. Back to that sad reality in which they don't have the guns to play with.
Yeah, that's rough, isn't it? And it's looking worse and worse. And you can see just the composure from the side of Beyond, right? In that 3v2, just hold, just wait. They're like, all right, the CDs have to go for a play. They need to go for an info play. They wait, they find Rolex, and from them it's just a 1v3. Pistols around. They're going to be going for a little bit of aggression here. Rolex actually times that jump perfectly, so he could find QQ. You could find 3. I don't even know how he found the 3rd kill. But... even the AK has been retrieved by Reality. Jesus, I don't think there's much you can do with it. Meryl's still above. He's still on the hunt. He's still clearing angles out. Slowly creeping down the ladder. Rolex hasn't budged yet. And unfortunately, Dinko, I think he's playing 4x3. He didn't see Meryl's come down the ladder. 1v3. And Reality gets shut down.
Seven to 4 now as Beyond get closer and closer to winning the half. They should be getting that under their belt very shortly. But Zigma are picking themselves up a bye. We'll see if they can scrap a couple more rounds together, make this half at least competitive. They have the open the hands of Reality. That has been a pivotal factor in any success that this team has seen. the secondary op in the hands of Just Cause. Quicker play from Beyond, it seems. QQ wanting to get out towards the hut early on and get involved onto the Z bomb site. We'll see if it works out as he goes on through. He'll be looking for that first searching, but all he finds is a bullet through the brain. Mayrolls backs him up, gets revenge, but it's Nifty on the double. Olivia now trying to be that star player for Beyond. He's been so many times before. It's the kill towards outside. That's a 2 versus 3. Now left on the server. Full time to work with basically at this point. But it's a very quick round. So the bomb down, still time to play with for Beyond, still time to work their way into this.
I believe in SDK. And guess who's still alive? It's Olivia. 2 players you want in a scenario like this. Oh, SDK just catches out Just Cause. Now the second player on the side, Nifty, has done a lot of work, Dinko. Are they going to expect his position? He's found 2. And SDK jumping up. Nifty should spot his head. He spots his head, and it's a brilliant shot from Nifty. 3 kills for him. Now, Olivia has the information as to where Nifty is, but still unaware of where reality might strike from. And Olivia is looking for the AWP first. He's looking to find Nifty as well. Nifty, position, compromise, spotted out. But then reality comes in, saving Nifty, who lives on 3 points of health. What a huge round from him. And Beyond, well, they taste a bitter fruit of defeat in that particular round, but they're still leading by 2 as we do enter the final end stage of this half. 3 rounds remaining. I like a small little like metal guitar riff playing in the background whenever we have highlights.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Definitely felt a little bit awkward when we didn't have any sound, but now we just get to hype it up. Well, now 7-5 on the board. It's going to be Zigma trying to get around under the belt again. 1 is not enough. They need the follow-ups to get that money going. And Just Cause, he's around the corner. His teammate elsewhere has already found success in taking down QQ. Yet another kill falling out of the hands of Beyond early on because of QQ. I don't like to... Well, it's not like I don't like to point it out. I think it's an important thing to point out. But he's just giving away his life needlessly so many times in this tournament. It's not even just been a series, it's this tournament every series. And while Rolex gets 1 into KTC, but Mayrolls doubles up. It's PP Overdose and Rolex both going down, and suddenly the man advantage is in favor of Beyond. But it's short-lived thanks to Just Cause, who takes down STK. But now they're trying to figure out where Olivia is, and he's coming in with a bomb into the lobby area. There's a quick shot, and Mayrolls secures himself the triple kill.
I want to see the POV from Mayrolls that round, because he got 2 kills in a span of, what, a second or something on that upper bomb site? And that's after losing a player early on, so that was so impressive. And again, the late flank coming in with the AWP, there's nothing much Zigma could do there. There's no way they're going to expect another player coming in all the way from T-spawn. So, probably take a look at the replay later on. Right now, though, it is looking like Beyond are in complete control. 8-5, T-side nuke, STK blinded, and Just Cause comes running in, smoking off. Actually, how does he... Did he parkour his way through the flames, Dinko? I don't know what happened there.
Just having a good time. Maneuvering through. Well, this is working out for Zigma. KTZ and Mayrolls getting a couple of kills between them, and now Rolex looking for the shots, but it's QQ that gets rid of him. And now PP Overdose and Just Cause, well, a 2 versus 3. They have recovered this one well. It was looking like it was going to be a nightmare for Beyond, but seems like they've recovered. It's on to this fight towards outside. PP Overdose wins this duel, then it's right back on, but now probably out of their hands. Too far gone for Zigma to pick this up. Just Cause with an AK would have to take a huge mistake from Beyond to allow him into this. And to be fair to him, right now on the server, he does have a couple of 1v1 fights available. KTZ has spotted him crouching. He makes himself a little bit wider, and KTZ can see him. 9-5 on the board. Beyond. That's a good recovery. That could have been a nightmare.
That could have indeed been a nightmare, but they managed to control it. And again, of course, a right eye peek as well. Right hand peek, rather. I was going to favor the player peeking from the right hand side, especially further away from cover as well. Clearly see that he sees, yeah, There you go. He sees the body before Just Cause can see even a single pixel. Final round of the first half, Dinko. It was a promising start for Zigma. It was 3-2. Sorry, 3-0, winning the pistol in the following anti-eco rounds very convincingly as well. Beyond were able to get 1 kill in the first 3 rounds, but then it's turned on its head. Beyond showing why they've picked Nuke, why they are a team to be feared on this map. And if I'm Beyond, I'm still kicking myself over Mirage, though. Heck, I'm kicking them over Mirage still, because this could have been a quick 2-0. This could be a very quick 2-0. We could have had game number 3 going live by now, in fact. But instead, by the looks of things, it's still a little early. I'm still going to count out Zigma, considering what happened in Mirage. But it's still looking kind of one-sided here. Although, reality opening things up. He's going to get a kill. And it's going to be Beyond for the first time in a long time actually heading towards the lower bomb site, Dinko. They've been having so much success towards an A bomb site that they've completely forgotten that another site exists. As KNTZ looks up at the wrong time, but catches Rolex looking the wrong way. Bomb will get planted. It's a 4v3 advantage, but it will swiftly be neutralized by Merolds. Now it's a 3v3, and look at Merolds. What a god, Dinko. Pushes him through the smoke, and this should be it. Niffy, I don't think there's a chance of him to win this one.
Well, he does go through. The double doors swung wide open, and no one giving him a chance, but the bomb, it is ticking. It's not really being watched right now. He needs to get on it. There's the kid as well, but the Molotov, they had that in their back pocket. They throw it onto the site, and yeah, just kind of gets it up. 10-5 on the board. Beyond, they reach double figures within their first half performance, and that's something that cannot be said for Olivia. 5 kills, 10 deaths. I mean, I suppose he reaches double figures in deaths, but not the kills. It's been a quiet performance from him, and they haven't really needed him. I mean, they would have liked a couple more rounds. Could have won this more dominantly, I suppose, if he showed up. But nonetheless, we did talk about the fact that it was just Olivia. It was just Mayrolls over on Mirage. The rest of the team weren't there. So we did ask for them to step up, and they've done it.
They have. I'm especially happy that Olivia hasn't had to do any of the heavy lifting, right? And yet they're looking good. Where was this Beyond on Mirage? Where Olivia was basically, well, including Merolds as well, who was really showing up, doing everything on their own. Upper bomb side, playing a retake setup here, are Beyond. They have SDK with the kit and the smoke. The rest of them, just USPs and armor. And did Zigma just give up the upper bomb side after taking it? What? What? Okay, they're going to be heading down. All right, that makes more sense. Okay. I got very confused there for a second, Dinko. Just Cause finds one, but he's going to get mowed down, but the double flank coming in from behind. This is actually good for Zigma.
Niffy and Overdose, a couple of kills between them, and now Olivia is the last remaining player. He walks forward and back into the lower side, checks the left side, and what he's trying his best, but they're not giving him any chances yet. Smokes up, he gets away, and now he's going to be hunted down from the backside. Rolex picking him up and finding the headshot. It's Olivia out of that, and a pistol pickup for Zigma, making the most of this. There's both pistols now on Nuke. I'm quite happy about that, I'm sure. And the AK-47s are going to be pulled out alongside a Galil immediately into the second round. A lot of rifle presence being picked up for Zigma. They want to focus up. They want to get this going as quickly as they possibly can.
That was an interesting round from Zigma, though. Like, they had control of the upper bomb set, and they're like, hey, they might just go for the retake. They might have the setup ready. Let's kind of make things uncomfortable for Beyond. And they instead went for the, the vent dive. 2 of the players came in with the late ramp flank. Actually worked out wonderfully for them. Played very well. Kudos to them. A full eco for Beyond, though. Not really going for the force. Because they know to lose it, they'll have to go for the double eco anyway. Wouldn't it be... Isn't it always crushing and kind of like... Makes you sad when you win both the pistols, you win the anti-eco, and yet you win the map. Yet you lose the map, rather, convincingly.
Yeah, it just kind of shows you suck in the gun rounds.
Which is unfortunate, Dinka, because the economy right now in CSGO really favors gun rounds.
It really does kind of... Since the economy change, I feel like bonus rounds have just been so useless. Like,
just upgrade.
Yeah, you have to go into a bonus round because you have no other option. It's not like it's a choice. It's just you don't actually have enough money to buy a rifle. And even if you lose the bonus round, it's not like, okay, you go into the next round and you're going to be able to buy rifles. No, in general, for the vast majority of situations, you actually go into the next round unable to buy anything. And so the early rounds and a half are just so influential.
They're losing the pistols again, Dinko.
No, they're not.
Oh, no.
No,
Okay,
they're
they
not.
brought it back. They brought it back.
They've brought it back to a 1 versus 2, but they don't have the bomb. STK has that in his possession at the moment. In 3 seconds, they've lost the round.
Oh my god. Zigma, what is wrong with you?
You know,
How
I
do
thought
you
it
lose
was.
a round like that?
I thought I could just do this, where I just take myself out of that situation, Blair, drain myself of emotion for that round, and that's the way I'll deal with it.
They lost to Glocks, 5 Glocks yesterday, and now they've lost to USPs. At least it was a CZ and I think a P215 that buy, but... I'm gonna need therapy after this.
Well, my roll, it's a good double kill. Yeah, that's just one of those rounds where Sigma enough to sort of snap them. Beyond should be taking the rest of these rounds, and I do say that with a big pinch of salt, but I feel more confident saying it here. Molotov going down is going to force Just Cause back and away. 12 rounds on the board for Beyond, double the scoreline of Zigma. But I can't help but feeling this should have been a 2-0 for Beyond. Like, when we think about it, it's just they were so far up in Mirage.
Absolutely.
This veto perfectly suits them. How have they got to the situation where they dropped that? I really don't understand how Beyond have crumbled this much, because the thing is, we talk about this team in the previous PAL, we've talked about them in previous tournaments, the fact they don't really stoop to the level of their opponents, right? They kind of play their own game, but in this tournament, that's felt a little different. I think for the early signs, the reason I was confident in them and I had like a different opinion from Mitch in terms of I thought they looked better than they did in the previous PAL in their first 2 games was mainly because of how close they were to actually beating Tyloo and how close they were to beating Invictus. They're 2 teams they just can't beat, right? So I was thinking, okay, this is looking good for them, but I agree with Mitch now that everything that we've seen from Beyond since then has been dire. But they're up now. They're confident. They're winning rounds. On plant. Oh, just secured. Nade comes in and a knife kill from PP Overdose. He's managed to pick up a kill and an AUG. And I move on to the bomb site. He's looking for the shots, but it's not going to work out as Mayrols topples him. 13-6. Beyond into the lead comfortably now. They are now 3 away. But this scoreline, this gives me PTSD.
Oh,
13-6 overall Mirage. Just remember that.
it's nuke. It's nuke.
It's a different story.
Yeah, I still believe. Okay, so I'm just looking at the stream and I'm trying to like figure out what the buy was for Beyond. So there was a CZ and the 3 USPs, Dinko, and Olivia, whatever gun he had, whatever pistol he had, he died without getting a single frag. So it doesn't matter what he had. So they lost basically to 3 USPs, the CZ, and the clock. Intro, straight into that upper bomb site, and Zigma, okay. This is much better from them. They can control the upper bomb site. Simple, straight hit, and they win the duels. The bomb's still towards T-spawn, and Meryl is in HUD. What is going on? Oh, he can get another one. He's gonna get another one. The bomb's yet to make its way behind, and now it's stuck. And Reality Jesus should get a free kill here. Yes, he will indeed. But now it's a 2v2, Dinko. It's all gone wrong. It was a 5v3. They had a bomb site, and now...
What is this? Luckily, it looks like they might have just done enough. QQ into 1 versus 2 hasn't been having the greatest tournament. I don't really see him winning this, to be honest. He hasn't really got a Molotov. He hasn't got Molotov. He's got 1 flashbang, no smoke either. We can't really pressure them with a utility, and just having to go a little panic here and try his best. He knows who that 1 player is, but where's the other? Got to get down quickly. Close the door. He beats him into the open. QQ with the kills, but no round win. The time was a limiting factor. QQ just taking a little too long to get something done there, but he does take them both down at least. 13-7. It will remain alive here. Zigma start their comeback. Perhaps Blair. Rounds are being picked up. Beyond start their buy.
Oh. Yeah. We're to lose every member. And yeah, came down to 1v1. I know Dinko, the PTSD, it's setting in. You know, you're having a little bit of shell shock from the previous round, from the previous map, especially the scoreline here. But I believe that Beyond's gonna close this one out. It's gonna be 16-8, 16-9. Because it's nuke. Like, I don't see them throwing this one. I don't see them choking this one. It doesn't make any sense. If that happens, I might as well just, you know, cancel the match and just like toss a coin to decide who the winner is gonna be. Oh, okay, that's sick. That is sick.
Well, that was really good stuff coming in from KTZ. He was very quiet over on Mirage. He only posted 10 kills, but 21 here on Nuke. STK cleaning it up, and it's going to be 14-7. Beyond now 2 away. The money gone for Zigma. It should be map point here for Beyond. And then they should close it. You know, you can be positive. You can be a little unrealistic, I'll have to say. But Beyond should always dominate Nuke. I said it from the start. Is a map that's almost a lock-in. A sure fire pick for them. A sure win against the likes of Zigma. And they'll be kicking themselves about not winning Mirage. That is in the past, and they must move forward. It's Olivia taking the kill on towards reality. Another follow-up kill from Olivia as well. PP overdose going down to the USP. It is just the unarmored Glock, so should be an easy round for Beyond. Saving all the money into the next Rolex. I love it. A little bit of a dance, and he will eventually die. It's just Niffy outside with the Glock. Looking for something else to work with here, but nothing available.
Yeah, this looks like the pretty much the end of the map here, unless Zigma mounts something truly monumental. Now, I'm not saying it's not impossible to win a couple more rounds, but winning 8 in a row, Dinko, to take it to overtime and then bring it to a win, I really doubt that's going to happen. So this looks like this map is done. Now heading into Inferno, and I just want to like properly talk about Inferno a little bit earlier because you know we won't have much of a time for the pre-map segment. Especially Zigma just getting completely annihilated by Tiger yesterday. Are you really potentially fancying, you know, an upset here again? Maybe something akin to what we saw in Mirage?
I feel like it's going to be a closer game than the one against Tiger. I do still favor Beyond, even though I'm not too confident in their Inferno, but I do see them as the better team overall. So they should still be winning the series, especially if they win Nuke and just close it here. But I could definitely see a world in which Zigma really force Beyond and push them right to their limits on the final map. But I have to say, I see Beyond picking this up.
Indeed, that's something where we can probably even hear from Tom and Mitch as well. Hopefully they are waiting to jump into the desk, because this looks like the beginning of the end. As I said, I sound like such a negative person, Dinko. Like this is what I've turned into. This is what they've made me into. What is? Oh my God! Imagine if his head gets plucked off while he's jumping there, trying to break the glass. As SDK from above, he strikes 2 quick kills. Bomb spotted out. He's going to continue to hold W. There's a person behind him, but doesn't matter. Everyone's shut down. PP overdose left. And they have 3 players looking in his direction. And as the smoke fades, it is going to be the bells tolling for PP overdose. I don't see him finding his way out of here, but a missed shot gives him a chance. Olivia tagged on 21 HP. He shouldn't be refacing. He's going to keep jump peeking, gathering information for his team. He peeks out again, gets a tag in, and Olivia just going for it. And finally, Merrill and STK is, all right, you had your chances, Olivia. It's our time to close it out. And there it is. Beyond make quick work of the side of the Zigma, 16-7, Dinko. And I guess no one's really surprised with that result.
No, that's the
back on Mirage to kind of, just be for nothing would be quite painful indeed for this team. And let's see what they got in store for us here. It's going to be starting on the T side. Beyond on the CD side, we have Merolds with a USP. He's got a nade. And he's dropped the CZ to Olivia. Yes, you give everything you have to Olivia, because that is a man. That is the man that I believe in. I don't know about anyone else. Also, I still don't know, after all these years, why he calls himself Olivia. He used to go with Pirach a long time ago, which is his real name. And then he switched up to Olivia at one point. Maybe, there's a story there, Dinko. Maybe it's about, a love story gone wrong, broken heart, maybe. Maybe that's why he's so good in Counter-Strike. Because he's got a broken heart. Or it could all be bullshit, I don't know.
It's like the vengeance story.
I'll show you. I'll show how good I am in Counter-Strike. Well...
well, okay, TZ, we interrupt this action film, romantic comedy, I don't know, drama. It's a groundbreaking project is what it is. And what? It's going to be a piss around. And Beyond have got the opening kill. It's KTC that's got it. And Zigma, they're going to be going towards B. Now, Mayrolls is here holding for the cross. I'm not a fan of this B hold at all. They're just going to concede the bomb plant. And that does confirm at least the force buy in the second round. Zigma have a chance to win this now. 1 player advantage for Beyond. They have got a kit as well, and they're just waiting on the rest of the team to arrive towards this B-bomb site. But they've got to be quick. They've got to be clean and clinical in picking up this pistol win. They haven't won a pistol round over on Nuke. They have to try and get it here on Inferno. It's Olivia with the first kill, a second as well on the CZ. He reloads as well, and Nifty moving forward. Look at try and hold on for the team, and the defuse coming through behind the coffins. They do win the round, and it's going to be Beyond picking that up. 1-0.
Ah, what if to kill a chicken, QQ? Don't do that. You're gonna curse yourself. But yeah, Beyond win it, and I don't even know how Olivia gets her first kill. Forget the second. He has all the time in the world to reload, which takes forever with the CZ, and he still managed to get the second kill. And Zigma, yeah, that felt like a desperation play towards B. They're like, okay, we're not getting any openings. We've lost a man. Let's head into B. They didn't even have a smoke or a flashbang. They'll just go hopping across and gets destroyed. And here we go. I want to see how the second kill happened to Olivia. He reloads, 7 bullets left in the clip. Oh, insta-kill for Reality. Reality Jesus getting taken down. And yeah, they get the bomb down. So, like you said, Dinko, they're going to go for the force buy. They have Hero AK-47 in the hands of Niffy, but this is an interesting force buy. What is this? PP Overdose has sacrificed all his money just to afford the AK for Niffy, while everyone else are just, well, basically pistols. That's so strange. That is very strange. And they're all dead. That is such a wonky buy, because PP Overdose has no money left now. He just has to have a deagle, while everyone else has the AK. So if you're going to go for the full commit, go for the full commit, or just eco together. Just have a few pistols and do that instead of, you know, hamstringing yourself with this with one player of yours as having no weapons. And PP Overdose has been a player who has shown up. You know, he's had his moments, especially in Mirage. So strange decisions from Zigma, but you know what? I still have the buy. I still have 4 AKs to work with, and at least have quite a bit of utility as well.
Oh, 2-0 here for Beyond. Good start, flawless beginning. And Sigma, I mean, they do have a decent buy here. PP Overdose, the only real weakness in terms of what he's been able to bring to the table, so awful by any means. Sigma start to gather in Banana. Maybe sending the merry way in towards this B-bomb site. Currently, the hold's pretty good from Beyond. They have 3 players here. And that didn't last long. Olivia's gone. Just at the wrong time, as here comes the B hit. Up on the boost, though, they don't check it. No one even checks it. No one pre-fires it. Gap in the CT smoke as well. What a dreadful attack into this B-bomb site. And I'm starting to remember as to why they only got 4 rounds against Tiger. Nay rolls, dies to the smoke, denies the bomb plant, and Rolex, he is the last remaining player in this 1 versus 3. Spraying through the boost over the top again. Dishing out the damage. Beyond... The setup was nearly awful for them because they rotated Olivia off just at the wrong time, but they don't check the boost. So easy kills. I hate that. I'm really agree with Tom. Is why do players not check the boost? Why do they not do that?
If I had a like a penny for every time a team checks that boost, you
wouldn't be able to move.
No, I'd be broke. I wouldn't have any money because no one checks it. No one checks it. Or at least, like, you know, we see teams going for the double nade stack over there, right? Or even a Molotov, although you see that much more rarely because you'd rather use Molotov for the site because, you know, you don't want to just use it just to clear that one angle. That's not the case. Pre-fire it. Just or crouch, walk out from the smoke, something. Instead of just running out dry and getting taken down. And it's frustrating. I can completely understand why Tom gets completely tilted with that. And who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Like, that's just basic Counter-Strike. And like we've said before, it is one of the most common boosts in Counter-Strike, in any of the map pool, apart from, like you mentioned, the overpass sandbags boost, KNTZ, that is not ideal. Wide peak with a nade, with a flash in his hand, and they've given away the position. At least STK is there to bring about a sense of normalcy, but Just Cause is just taking heads. And now Meryl's left alone, and he's like, guys, what have you done? That was atrocious from Beyond. And all because KNTZ just swung out wide with a smoke in hand, with no information that a player might be in apartments looking in his direction. That was just terrible from Beyond.
Why? Why do they lose rounds like this? I just don't get it. They win all the hard rounds and then you lose these ones. So frustrating. Well, they do lose their first. Big mistake. Hopefully that's enough to kind of slap KTZ in the wrist. Let him know not to do that again. And hopefully that problem is fixed moving forward. But again, what I said over on Mirage is if you're going to keep giving opportunities to Zigma, okay, they may not be the favorites. They may be the team behind. But we know once given opportunity, they can really make you sweat. We've seen that even against Tiger over Mirage, right? And again, here on this series, at the first map, it was looking rough for them, but Beyond provided them a couple of opportunities. And if enough rounds gives Zigma a chance to potentially catch a little bit of a wave and ride that wave until they're in a good spot. And they don't stop. They don't stop. They just keep going forward. If reality gets going, they're a difficult team to stop. Especially on a map like Inferno, this is a map where, you know, if you get going, you can definitely keep it. It just never got going against Tiger. They never were given a chance. But if Beyond are going to make mistakes, well, that certainly is going to provide Sigma a platform to bounce off.
Yeah, and it's like Mitch mentioned as well, you know, you if you make these sort of mistakes, you play like an idiot, or a moron, as he very nicely put it, you're gonna, if you practice like a moron, you're gonna play like a moron. And that's a similar case here. Like, a game like this for Beyond should be a practice. It's almost like a scrim for them, right? Where they just like, just play their playbook properly, you know, just don't make too many mistakes and win it convincingly. Because if you're gonna make these sort of mistakes later on, it's gonna be a problem against the better teams, against the likes of a Tyloo and Invictus. And you build these bad habits, these small little moments where, you know, when it's crunch time, the 10 seconds remaining, you're in a 2v2, these bad habits build up, and then you don't have time to think. You have to rely purely on instinct and just reflexes. And by the time, you know, when that moment happens, you've trained yourself to have these terrible decision makings, which kind of ruins it for you, as we do have a little bit of an excursion from the CTs towards apartments. Wrapping around, and that's actually given a window of opportunity for the 4 remaining Ts to just sneak into an empty bomb site, Dinko. There's no one at A. It's a 4v5, and they found an empty bomb site. Now, this could still work out, because QQ finds Just Cause through the smoke, but KTZ gets caught out. Are they going to be expecting Olivia's position is the question. He's going to be coming in from above. He's waiting for his teammates to arrive. They still have a man advantage to work with. They still have a flashbang, something, and Olivia, I think he's aware. I think he knows where Niffy is. Oh, no one checks! No one checks! Niffy finds 2. That is just atrocious. And now Olivia, his time to shine. From above, he's going to drop on down, but not... He can't do anything. PP's going to find him. And Beyond, I don't get why you just leave the A bomb site there. I gather you want to go for an information play, but you need to keep someone towards Arch, someone on the site, someone in pit, someone nearby to at least give you the information. Zigma are just going to be like, okay, well, that happened. We got a free site. Ridiculous. Yep. Observer agrees. That's a ... moment. And if you're from Thailand, that's a 55555 moment.
Yep. It's we've had a lot of those. We've definitely got a lot of those. And Beyond and their own worst enemy, Zigma. AK-47's pulled out. They are 2 away from securing the amount of rounds they had against Tiger. Over here for Beyond. It's 1 rifle, and it's gone. QQ yet again. Another kill added to the collection, or he's first to die.
I wonder if like PP and QQ are like cousins.
QQ, PP. Sound effects or something?
Hey, your name's too similar to mine. Change it. Okay, I'll put Overdose.
You put them together. Upside down, though, kind of... Ah, nah, it doesn't really work out. Never mind. Anyway, Niffy going to be the front man. He's got a couple of players in behind him as they start to move forward. Got to be careful here. It's pistols. Oh, Olivia's been spotted. They spotted the boost. They didn't check it. They spotted it. And what KTZ? He will take down reality. Oh no, Blair. Iffy, okay, nice. Gets the transfer, just cause as well. They save our minds. And it's all on Mayrolls. He's out of there as well. I was starting to get worried there, Blood. I was starting to see those default pistols go into the kill feed, and they were getting kills.
I was still surprised that they had a player lurking towards top mid. And once I knew there were at least 2 or 3 players towards B, I felt like the A hit would have been the right call. They had a player there. You could have wrapped around towards Banana. They didn't have to force him out. There was still 40 seconds remaining on the clock. So Zigma playing with fire. Luckily, Niffy delivers. And we do have the buy coming out from Beyond again. No AWP yet for Mr. Olivia, but he does have a different scoped weapon. He's got the AUG in his hands.
Well, Olivia behind the smoke. EP had to come on through, and Olivia's going to try and hold on. The first kill is his, blinded. If you're able to come back in as well, as Olivia goes down, and Niffy getting double. QQ sprays away, gets to it, but it's not enough. Niffy eventually comes back through, and that's 3 kills for him. He's been an animal so far in the server in the last 2 rounds. He's been doing a lot, and that bomb is going to go down here. Niffy even secures that. Mayrolls and STK looking to overcome the defense here now into the post plant. They want to make sure that they can get back out of the site and get that defuse through. Time is starting to take on the bomb already. Rolex was such a good spot. Beyond setting up, they've got 1 flashbang left. It has to be perfect. Goes up, ineffective. Rolex not blinded. Niffy gets the 4th kill, and Rolex secures the final. It's 4-3 as Zigma take the lead.
Niffy's looking fantastic. He has been incredible the past couple of rounds. Even the anti-eco where it got a little scary walking into the stack, just spinning around like a top of death, like a spinning top of death. And Zigma in the lead. And they're not playing bad at all. This is so good from Zigma. Like individually, they're popping off as well, especially Niffy. They're going for some of the right calls some of the times. And it's more about, look, I hate keep, just repeating this again and again ad nauseum, but it's like which team makes the lesser mistakes. And if you have a chance to watch any EU games, I'm not even talking about like top 10, top 20 teams playing, like even like top 40, top 50 teams. You look at some of the American, the MDL games, for example, at least not the ones where people were throwing, but the actual MDL games. You don't see this level of mistakes. Yes, mistakes are made at every level of Counter-Strike, but when the mistakes happen or when the weird plays happen, it's 1 in a dozen or 1 in 20. And we pointed out, we're like, this shouldn't have been the case. They should have played this round better. But you have other things to break down. In the majority of these rounds, it's more like, okay, this team messed up, and that's why they lost a round. It's never or very rarely a case where 2 teams play almost a flawless round, and it just comes down to small little things which seals them the win. So it's just sometimes painful, but it is what it is. Here they come charging on in, 5-7 in hand, is SDK, he's good for nothing, as Olivia at least finds 1. It's still a 3v2, still kind of problematic here for the T side, because if QQ and KNDZ, they can find Niffy, suddenly it's a 2v2, and suddenly there is a chance for them to come back into this round, although, that being said, it is kind of still unlikely.
Oh, goodbye. QQ just gets absolutely torn to shreds, straight through the head with the PP. And well, now KNTZ trying to move forward. He's got 1. Not offering themselves up though, so KNTZ realizes this round is a little too far gone now. It's all about making it out alive, or at least now at this point he's committed to the site, so it's taking down these 2 players. Money's not really a problem at all for the T side. He's out of that. Doesn't get anything saved over. Money. Look at the money on this T side. Niffy's on $14,400. Rolex on 11K before purchase. I mean, the whole team is just stacked with cash. So, yeah, that was not really ever going to be a big problem for them. Beyond, bigger problems for me is I'm definitely seeing the weaker Beyond. Now, I thought that was only because they were playing against some better opponents and also just got completely upset by Checkmate, but I'm not a fan of Beyond's Inferno. I really am. And right now I'm seeing exactly why. This is another reason why I'm just not a fan of them. They look so lost on the CT side. Zigma just been able to pick them apart. And it's unfortunate. It really is. Beyond just across the board, just looking a little rough right now.
Looking very, very rough right now. We do see the buy, of course, for Beyond. And they've maxed lost bonus. They saved the previous round. And they have an op in the hands of Mr. Olivia. Although, it's not ideal because he's got no head armor. Actually, 3 of the players have no head armor. Now, against the AKs wouldn't really be a problem, but, you know, there's always that risk, Dinko, that, you know, you can just get tapped by a Glock or even get, you know, wall bang. The flinch can come in if you get maybe wall bang by one of those AK-47s. So you want to have the helmet as well, even if your opponents have the AK-47s. But right now, they will have to sacrifice that just so they have the extra bit of utility. As we have a faster hit coming in towards his A-bomb side, and QQ holding the line, smoking off the Molotov, keeping them at bay, keeping control of Arch for the time being. And with that, Zigma just gonna slowly peel back. They've left no one towards B and no one towards Banana. That's interesting. No one there. No information gleaned. As it looks like this A-bomb side, they are so committed, Dinko. But as I say that, you can slowly see a couple of them falling back. They have left a Just Cause in his position to cut off the rotation, to gather some information as to where the CTs might be running towards. But this B-bomb site is looking like the eventual target for Zigma.
And they are stacking so many of their players over here. It seems like they've just got the lurking presence of Just Cause in the apartments to be that extra prawn to catch off those rotations as the push comes into the B-bomb site. 40 seconds left. We'll see how they hold on here, Beyond. Can they get it done? They've got STK preemptively throwing the smoke to get rid of the Molotov, but it's out to the left side. He's using it as cover instead of using it to get rid of the Molotov. And I kind of like that approach from STK. He's going to spray away. It's going to be the first. They go around the long way through the ruins, but they haven't checked Mayrolls. Oh my god, Blair. They don't look for him. And he's got one. He denies the bomb plant in a second as well. What a play. What a play from Mayrolls. He's just delivered a round win here on the board for Beyond. Just Cause sprinting after him. Mayrolls, goodbye. Boom, he's out of there.
Hello?
Counter-Strike. And nades. Valve said they fixed it. They lied.
They lied. Can we please see that nade again, please? Also, Mayrolls, what a play. The trigger
What is he made of?
Titanium? Adamantium? I don't know. How does he survive that nade? Also, what a hole from him. Just staying alive there. Trigger discipline, waiting for the bomb to get planted. He had an eye on the nade. Oh my god. Zigma.
I want to see if it bounced, maybe it got stuck in the blue.
But even then,
I have no idea.
Even then, he was so low.
Not a point of damage, Blair. But nonetheless, let's not take that away from his hero play that he had at the back of the site. That was
the round was won, whether he died or not.
Yeah. Still,
and I really like that from Zigma, though. That wraparound was brilliant. The problem was they got 2 kills. So they were like, wait, there can't be 3 players over there. They didn't hard check the corner. And Mayrolls, well, that's a lesson learned. That's a lesson taught by Mayrolls. It's like, you gotta check those corners, bud. Beyond, a little bit of wind in the sails with that round. All thanks to Mr. Mayrolls.
Round number 10 is a slow one. But Zigma gathering outside of A this time. Look at the 4 players now over towards the side of the map for Beyond. Mayrolls is going to bring himself into the archway in case they try and split through CT. He's got a good position to handle this. Smoke is up for the moment, and SDK is going to actually go inside of the A site. Mayrolls. Here we go. It's up against PP Overdose, and he's going to win the fight. It's Zigma with the man advantage and the opening kill. And now what is the call? Do they just go B? Look at this. This is so good. QQ's the only player here. He goes down quickly here. There's absolutely no way he gets more than 1. He doesn't even get a single kill. QQ goes down. Round 1 here by Zigma. And that's where that rotation, the full stack coming in from Beyond, doesn't really work out. As soon as Mayrolls goes down, they let one of the players through CT. The B hold was just QQ, and he's playing from Banana. So it's not like he can delay, right? He's going to get flanked from 2 different positions. The round was done.
What was STK even going in there? What was he hoping? Like getting a kill with the MP9? His teammates are nowhere nearby. They were nowhere nearby. KNTZ was down at 30 HP. It was a 4v3 favoring Zigma. Bomb was down. Olivia has an AWP. Not the best weapons for a retake. It's just unnecessary from SDK. He could have just, I think, even retrieved the gun from his teammate from CT spawn and just upgraded and saved. Instead, 6-4, great mid-round call from Zigma. Great mid-round call. And we keep talking about how Beyond are the better team. I have to say, they were the better team on Nuke. They knew how to play Nuke. Zigma clearly didn't. Mirage was them choking really hard and Zigma showing some tenacity to climb back and win that game. Right now in Inferno, Zigma are looking like the better team by far. The mid-round calls are good. The way to taking the sides are good. And it's coming down to the heroics like we saw from Meryl's on that B bomb side, which is netting them a few rounds here and there in between. Zigma just look like they are way more comfortable here, which is crazy considering how they got hammered down on Nuke.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's very difficult to know where Beyond are at based on their map pool. And I said it in the pre-game play. I feel like the map pool is depreciated. I think the only map they're actually even capable of winning is Nuke.
True.
Mirage used to be a staple map for them. We just seen how that played out today. Inferno has been getting worse and worse. I think we started to see the first signs of it in Pal Summer, but it's not got any better. In fact, it's got worse as well. Nuke is the only map they're comfortable on.
And also, the problem with Nuke is you can't beat Vici and Nuke, and right now Tyler are playing Nuke as well. And it's a map that Invictus also like to play, so good luck.
Yeah, you're out of there. At that point, your map pool is so weak that you're just not going to win any games. And the weird thing is they can definitely bring the fight to these top Chinese teams. It's like they're putting so much focus on beating those teams that they forget about the lower tier. And they still don't beat those teams.
Yeah, and this is a grim reminder that they're like, okay, it's not just Tyler we have to be worried about right now, we're worried about everyone else. I like how Beyond didn't budge from this bomb site. They didn't budge, and it's a stack. It's a stack. SDK, AK dropped, and unfortunately the aim punch comes in, and that's around Olivia. They knew where he was earlier with the AWP. It took a while for them to enter the bomb site, but they're going to get the bomb down. They're going to have the round in the bag. Not much Olivia can do here. The timing, that couldn't have been worse. He slow checks the corner, and Rolex just peers out from mid, takes him down. Not even the AWP saved. At least they have the money for the buy, Dinko. But right now, if I'm Beyond, I'm just banging my head against a wall, just wondering what to do, because this is underwhelming. It's not about them. Okay, there were a couple of rounds, like the one round where they just evacuated the A bomb site despite having a man advantage. That was a big mistake. Apart from that, it's not like being crazy mistakes. It's just them being completely, absolutely outread, outplayed, and out-aimed by Zigma. And those are like, well, the main three tenets of Counter-Strike. You're getting completely owned.
Round 12 coming right up. Zigma look to try and continue to dominate over Beyond, who have pulled the AWP out into the hands of Olivia. You've got the FAMAS in play here. The two M4A4s, the AUG out for KNTZ. That seems to be a weapon that you do see in his hands quite often. Shots okay, another player that loves to pick up the AUG still. Still seeing a little bit of love. Especially because the Krieg is now gone.
Yeah.
That was a crazy time.
Good riddance. Like, I would have even felt a little sad. I'd be like, oh, come on, Val, you completely killed the gun. Yeah, at least make it a little bit more viable. But considering how absolutely OP it was when it was there, I don't even have any issues with it just getting destroyed. They're gonna go running straight through the smoke. The flashbang was completely useless. But at least PP Overdose gets the kill.
It really does feel like when Valve make any tweaks to the guns, they just kind of have this dials. High, low. It's like, that's
all the way to 11.
It's like, we go 11 or we go 1. You got two options. It's like, which one do you want?
So here's a new gun, guys. It's called the R8.
And we put it up to 12.
Be the most powerful weapon ever put in Counter-Strike in the Counter-Strike franchise. And then they're like, oh, by the way, guys, I heard you're not enjoying the gun. So here we go. We're going to nerf it and make it the most useless gun ever in CS. So it's either the most OP or right now completely useless, unless if your name is JW. Please check. Please check. They checked!
Oh, they checked it! They checked it. A little celebration, ladies and gentlemen. QQ. He's here towards the back lines. He will check to the right side. In reality, well, he's here looking for a bit of fun. As QQ looking to chop him, he will chop his head off.
Hold.
The bullets go through his brain. And what beyond? They get it done. Even though Zigma checked the boost, they still win the round, and they go forward with the 5th. Now they need to turn this into consistent success. They cannot afford to go into this next round Blur and immediately drop the ball again. This has to be a big step up.
What is this, though, from... what was that? Like, what is that from Just Cause and Niffy? Good hold from QQ, though, considering he was all alone at site, and there was no rotation for quite a while. He did a great job delaying it and even doing one up better, you know, getting the kill in the end there. But you know what? Zigma checked the boost, Dinko. I'll take that. I'm happy. They lost a round, but they checked the boost. They get points from me. And SDK, how is he so low? I know he took some damage on the Molotov. Was it like a double molly, the nade perhaps? And he's gonna get the hell out of there. He needs to stay far, far away. One lick from any incendiary Molotov and he's done for.
Gathering in the apartments, it's PP Overdose, the front man, with the rest of the squad in behind him. KTZ looking for the players, dropping down in. It's a good hold for the first 2 and a 3rd kill from KTZ. He gets a little over eager, but you cannot blame him after that hold. And now Rolex into the 1 versus 4 clutch. He's collected the first victim, and the bomb gets planted. Now drops into the pit. He's got a good position. It's all on to Beyond now. This is their round to lose. It's the mistakes that have to be made to give him a chance to win this, and they're peeking him together, and finally they will get the round under their belt. It's 6th on the board. A good hold there from KTZ. Fantastic stuff, in fact. And they don't drop a single player other than the 2A anchors. So 7-6 Beyond. Seem like they've got their hands back on this.
Yeah, much better. And KTZ, what a spray that was. That was some crazy stuff from him. And no one really... They were so concentrated on the one player. Look at this, all right? Finds the first. Second. No one's looking at him. No one's looking to get the kill. And Olivia actually manages to turn around and get another frag onto the... Get a kill onto the player in balcony. So, great hold considering all 5 players just barreling in, just waterfalling out into the bomb site. But Beyond, they are, yeah, getting a couple of rounds here and there. Still not convincing, Dinko. Still not convincing at all. It's still 7-6. Have a dual op setup here. It's going to be Mayrolls and Olivia. And Olivia, perfect timing on that flash. 2nd kill for him. Going to peek out for more. And that's a mistake. BP Overdose punishes him for it. There's an op retrieved. 2v2 reality. Trying to be the bait for his teammate. SDK. Falls. PP. There we go. The right eye peek from SDK. Gets the kill. Op will be retrieved. Just to 1 casualty. Very clean round for Beyond as we enter the final round of this first half.
7-7, and Zigma looking to try and take the lead at the half. That would be fantastic stuff coming out of the T side, but Beyond, they've ground their way back into this. They have definitely looked better in the recent rounds. Double up setup, Mayrolls and Olivia wielding those. Olivia peeks down towards middle. Oh, a shot connected onto Reality, who has been a little bit quiet. 3-11 right now. Hasn't really been able to get going on the T side of Inferno, which is very common for AWPers on this side of the map. But a good start for Beyond, and they hold on to it. No one makes a mistake, no one oversteps their mark, and they keep the man advantage. But here comes the apartments play. 3 players going to be coming into KTZ's arms, and he doesn't get a single kill. Rolex immediately shuts him away. Now they run right into the waiting arms of QQ this time, and he is far more deadly. 2 kills, picked up, and the Molotov caused a couple of problems for them there. And that's it, 7. That should be Beyond taking the half. The 1-round lead going into the second.
I don't really see them bringing this one back, although PP Overdose. You could have one of those moments. Unfortunately for him, his teammate is very, very low in health, Niffy. Just a bullet in the gut, that's all it's going to take. And Olivia, with the AWP, it's going to be overkill. It looks like they're going to be going for the... They're going to go for just a dry face, because that's risky. They're going to flash towards Banana as a kind of a ruse, but Olivia, he doesn't really miss those. Well, he didn't miss the first shot, at least. It's all in Niffy, the player who was low on health already. They know exactly where he is. They know he's got the bomb. 27 seconds on the clock. And he's got to hit every shot. And it has to be insta-kills. Unfortunately, he has no idea where SDK is. And SDK should get the kill here. And there we go. Like I said, Dinko, 87 to scoreline. But still, a little bit of a struggle for Beyond to close this out in their favor. But it could have been way worse. It could have been 7 to what? 7 to it was 7 to 4 for Zigma. And at that point, honestly, I felt like Zigma would probably get a 10 rounds or maybe even 11. So Beyond, good resurgence from them as they head to the T side here. And for Zigma, Dinko, can they show what they showcased on Mirage? The CD side on Mirage was just impenetrable.
It's going to be a quick wrap coming in here for Beyond. They start to wrap down in towards the bomb site. Just Cause in the corner, looking for the shots as they do run over him. It's STK with a good kill as Just Cause goes down, and STK with another one as well. It's Reality, PP Overdose, and Niffy into a 3 versus 5. And while Niffy has got one, it's May Rolls that has gone down. At least it's not going to be the clean sheet or Beyond. They have got such strong positions that it should be... Oh my god.
No.
That's the worst there. Well, not the worst. We've seen one earlier from Sakai that takes that. But QQ, headshot through the wall. Niffy goes down. Kane TC crumbling as well. A 2 versus 2. The kills, they keep coming in. Suddenly, it's won. They've won the round. They go for the defuse. Just enough time on this, surely, for PP Overdose. And that's Sigma stealing it, snatching it out of the hands of Beyond. It comes right down to the final second.
Oh, no! No, I thought he had it.
He did on the clock. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Milliseconds on it, Blair.
What was it? Retake 4v2.
When they won the round, there was 12 seconds left on the timer.
Oh my god.
But it comes down to...
Oh my, 0.166. 0.1. Oh my, that's as close as it can get, dude. That is just ridiculous. Yeah, that's a lost tick. That's... I felt that.
Well,
what a retake, though. It was a 2v4.
Yeah, and Beyond had such good positioning as well, right? They had everything that could have went their way, and the kills just kept coming in. 9-7. Mac 10's out here early on for Beyond. They've got the opening kill.
Niffy almost gets a kill in Meryl. So lucky to be alive. And if they push up towards Banana, Dinko, will they be expecting Reality's position? He's lying behind the sandbags. But this is suddenly looking very doable with Zigma. Again, it's not a full force buy. It is a light investment. It's some Deagles, a couple of players with Kevlar. That's about it. And now 3v3, Meryl's 2 HP. QQ finds Niffy. That's a huge pick. They catch him trying to be sneaky, and they're going to be heading back towards B, but guess who's waiting? It's going to be Reality Jesus, and he's going to tuck himself on behind the sandbags. They should check him, right? They should, right, Dinko?
Please do. Reality. Oh, first player around is QQ.
No.
Second player just checks him.
He was a bait, Dinko.
It's like, you think it's gonna work out? STK, no.
He just goes like insta running headshot. Oh,
that's unfortunate.
I'm happy you checked. Good job, STK. I also feel like he's got the best hairstyle amongst everyone else on his team. Counter-Strike players have some fantastic hair. And if you're bald like Crims, you have fantastic facial hair. There we go. Well, Buy's going to be coming in here for Zigma, I feel. Unless they decide, you know what, let's just eco again. And I wouldn't really blame them if they did that. They want to have an op in the hands of reality. He's a beast with that. You can still deal a bit of damage. And yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it, Dinko. It's going to be the 2 rounds back-to-back, just light pistols, nades, smokes, whatnot. And for Beyond, this is a great opportunity to get round number 11.
Oh, Nate goes down towards bottom middle. It'd be a quicker play towards top banana as they go around the corner. He's got one down in towards CT. It's getting aggressive now forward with the deagle. Olivia there with a headshot. So Overdose going down. Now 5 versus 4. Man advantage to play here for Beyond. They're going to continue to run forward. Good kill. Niffy with the headshot. May rolls, falls. And it's going to be Reality alongside Just Cause, taking the kills between them. KTC and QQ follow suit, and we're right back into a 2 versus 2. Beyond seem to have got back into a winnable situation, but Niffy forced into the open. Now just a 1 versus 1 on the site. KTC wins that, and now 1 versus 1 for the round win. The bomb is on the floor. It's Rolex that is the next challenge for KTC into this. And under a minute to play with. Still plenty of time. He's still got a smoke and a flashbang as well, Bly, so he can definitely use those. But instead, he wants to progress forward with the right 4, and that's going to cost him. Rolex, he wins it. And Zigma, what a round to pick up. Beyond, throw it all away.
That was...
Smoke off the bomb. Smoke. Why? You've got full utility. What's the point? Smoke off banana, limit the fight to either CT or ruins, and you know he's banana. You know he's there. Smoke it off, grab the bomb. You're then in control, right?
That. Yeah, and it's not like he's going to give away his position by using the utility. They know where he was. Rolex knew it, but kudos to Zigma that they make it work. Again, that was a very light investment, mind you. Just the pistols, and then they opted not to go for the buy, and now Beyond, they're just down to the MAC-10s. Reality, got to get the hell out of there. Oh, nice shot there, but Meryl's comes jumping, flying across the angle. They're going to cross on over, Dinko, but Just Cause... Oh, this is unnecessary. That is so unnecessary, but he still gets 2 kills, and KNTZ is going to be left alone. The 1v4 turns it into a 1v3, but the bomb is in no man's land, and this is going to be nigh impossible for the man.
Difficult round for KNTZ. 1 minute and 3 seconds left, and the bomb nowhere near him. Gonna walk into the lion's den just to be able to try and fight them off and get this bomb. Player coming around the backside of the apartments as well right now. He's dead. PP Overdose with the kill. A 9th round for Zigma. And I said it, Blem. I definitely had to favor Beyond coming into the final map just because I have to favor them at every chance I get based on who Beyond are and who they how they should be performing. But when it comes to this final map, I knew that they were going to get pushed to the limits. I knew it wasn't going to be the same dominant performance that Tiger was able to put on to Zigma. And it's playing out that way right now. 10-9, they're really being forced, and Zigma might even just get the lead at some point. This is going to be tying things up. The money is not looking too solid right now for Beyond. A quicker play into Banana from Zigma. Seemed like they weren't too sure of how to approach that. It's going to be an apartments hit, so Rolex is going to be under pressure.
Nade a little too preemptive. Doesn't do any damage whatsoever. It's a waterfall hit, Dinko, but this is such a good position, though. Rolex's angle, this can just be a complete shutdown. He's even got Just Cause as well, the 2 rifles. All 5 players gathered up to have the 1 flashbang. And I think Rolex is ready. He's aware. He's playing the anti-flash. Just Cause, flash gonna pop. Just Cause knows it, and here they come, straight to their deaths. Rolex just finds 1, Reality chimes in, and it is an easy, quick mop-up for the side of Zigma. And he said, Dinko, that you say Zigma might take the lead, and this could be the round here. It's starting to look pretty good, especially that round win with just the pistols. I think would have definitely given them a big, massive injection for the confidence.
And they're a team that thrive off the confidence, right? They're the team that thrive off the momentum. Well, now 10-10. Zigma could be taking the lead. They do. They're going to be comfortably in the lead. Because then the money is gone for Beyond, right? They're down to the low buy. We see Zigma most likely pick up 12. They're 4 away from winning the series against Beyond. And Beyond could not get out of the rut that they found themselves over on Mirage. You have to remember back to that point. Nuke is a foregone conclusion. You know, coming into that, we knew exactly how that one was going to play out. But here on Inferno, we can tap into Mirage a little bit more. You can think about what happened on that and try and apply some of that logic to Inferno. Look at this. The gap in the smoke just caused you mental, man. It worked out for a kill, though. And Reality, nearly getting the second opportunity. He was definitely going to hit that shot. He goes down a little bit too quick, though. And now PP Overdose and Niffy, they try and rotate over it. But the site has been taken. Zigma have shown they can pull off retakes. But they're a man down in this situation.
I mean, there were 2 men down early in pistol round, so I still have faith, Denko. I still have faith.
They didn't quite win that round, though, Blood. We'll see if they can get it done in time this time. They move forward. PP Overdose is going to go forward. Niffy, can he just do it alone? That's 2 kills picked up, and now he's on the bomb site. Hello. And there we go. KTZ in the pit. He's got a chance to try and win this in the 1 versus 1. Niffy in the middle of the bomb site, moving forward. Finally gets the info. The time it's ticking, and KTZ gets it done for Beyond. It's 11-10.
That got pretty close, but KTZ, patient play from him. As Beyond, they denied the lead to Zigma, 11-10. Still showing that they have some fight left in them. And for Zigma, well, I mean, they have the money for the buy. I wasn't a big fan of how Reality and I think it was Just Cause, they played, was it Arch area in front of the smoke? I mean, I felt like they probably could have maybe gone for the boost and try to get a pick, but those are like kind of one and done spots, right? You creep in through the edge of the smoke. Yes, there is a gap there, but the way he was crouched in front of it and next to the smoke, that's pretty much like, even if you get a kill, you're gonna get shot by like 3 or 4 AK-47s. EP, get out of there. Oh, get out of there. Oh, he survives. Still alive. But he's isolated, Denko.
Oh.
And he still wins a duel.
And he still wins the duel. He wins the duel, he stays alive, and he gets away.
He's Wolverine. What is...
Reality. What? What is he doing? Just running down middle, and he catches out QQ in the apartments. Yeah, he just goes forward, hits the shot. Nice stuff from Reality. Really good stuff. The Niffy kind of in the open there. Not exactly the best position. Oh, PP. It was looking so good for Zigma, and it's all gone wrong. You could say it's now flaccid, but they have a chance. It's going to be Just Cause with the headshot. STK goes down, and KTZ alongside Olivia are going to have to try and pull this 2 versus 3 post plant off. Olivia has an elevated position on top of the boxes, and KTZ playing with the smokes. Olivia should be able to get 1 here at least, and he's got it, and he looked for another. Of course, he'll double up the 2 players you want in that position, and they step up with a 12th round for Beyond.
There's a very sloppy peek coming in from Coffins there. I felt like they should just, the moment the first player died, the second player should have peeked immediately, but it felt like it took too long, gave an opportunity for his for Olivia to kind of like recover his crosshair there. Oh, nice peek from STK there. Yeah, he had all the time in the world to just kind of like reposition, jiggling around a little bit and win that duel. So could have been a round that could have still gone the way of Zigma, but yeah, it falls away. And now, once again, it's just the pistols for Zigma. The Deagle in the hands of PP Overdose. Apart from that, it's the default pistols for everyone else. USPs and the 1 solitary P2000 for Just Cause. No utility. They've opted to go for the stack at mid. I like that, Dinko. I like that at least they're trying something. As Just Cause and PP Overdose, 2 quick kills. KTZ, he doesn't get a trade. Oh, he should now, though. He should now. There we go. Just Cause maybe overextending a little bit there. And now it's a 2v3. Bomb heading straight towards B, but PP Overdose with the Deagle. He's lying in wait.
One player left on this B bomb site. It's PP Overdose. Just hiding second oranges. Looking for them to come this way. Rolex now with an AK he's managed to pick up. Oh, QQ turns around, beheads him. And PP Overdose. He's stuck on the B-bomb site alone, and Mayroll spots him, takes his head right off. 13-10. 3 away here from Beyond being the victors in a must-win series.
Beyond, well, they have stumbled, crawled, bunny hopped their way to the lead, Dinko. It's been a weird journey so far this entire series, but it looks like some semblance of normalcy will be restored as Beyond. It seemed like they're kind of running away with this Facet coming in towards A. Boost above, Rolex spots one. He sees a player crossing on over. It takes on STK. He's still sticking around on top, and Olivia's going to punish him. QQ's on a one-man mission. And he's going to spot both the players from B, opening up the B bomb site. And that's an opportunity for KNTZ to sneak on in. And that is exactly what he's going to do. Pushing him through the smoke. He's still alive. That's a big problem. But Niffy's going to find him. And it's all on Mayrold. 1v4. Making it into a 1v3. He's retrieved the bomb. But he's trapped, Dinko. All avenues of escape are being covered and watched right now. But it is still possible. They aren't really converging in his position. They're holding pretty passive angles, giving him the respect that he has truly earned for himself.
Gap in the smoke. I walk forward and he's dead. Truly at this point. Start to wrap behind him. Yeah, too many players. As soon as he takes too long to get that kill in the pit, that's it over. He almost needs to immediately get every duel to go his way upon finding them. If he doesn't, if he wastes a little bit of time, all it does is let the remaining players get into a better position and to shut him down. But beyond it, he's kind of running head first to the A bomb site. Headless chicken approach. At the start of the round, they do take a few players away. And, you know, it's just a scrappy round overall. They weren't really together. Beyond definitely stood a better chance, and if they had approached the mid-round slightly better, or even the start of the round, they probably would have been in a better spot. Now 13-11. They're going to buy into this. And STK, he just sweeps up the B defense. 2 kills picked up. He goes forward. If he had found all 3, I would have just died. But Just Cause barely staying alive. It doesn't matter. The trusty old B rush. It works out for Beyond. 14-11. STK just diving into Banana. Getting 2 kills in the MAC-10. And Zigma, they don't know what just hit them. Why did the teams not use pauses in Asia? Why do we not have attack pauses? This is the perfect time to call attack pause. Why?
Because using tactical timeout means you're showing mental weakness. That means it shows that your opponents are getting into your heads.
Look into the eyes of PP Overdose. You know
exactly.
He doesn't have any mental weakness.
Yeah, look at him. Just staring. He's like, tactical timeout? What do we look like? Like cowards? Here we go. This is what we would need to see. You don't need tactical timeouts, Dinko. You just need pistols running in and getting killed. As PP Overdose, he's picked up another kill. His eyes is staring straight towards death. The straight transfer, that was so close. QQ, however, gets the double kill. And Beyond this, survived the scare. 15-11, they are on map and match point. And Zigma, well, they need 4 more rounds. 4 rounds back to back. They have no margin for error to work with. And right now, they need Jesus. And he's got an AWP.
Gonna be Reality looking down middle. Okay, Reality. He knows there needs a big play, and that's exactly what's going to work out for him. The mid push, man advantage collected, and confidence seeping from Reality. Well, it's going to be 15-11. Map point, yes, for Beyond, as they're going to go back to B.
Three players lying in wait, Dinko. This could actually go the way of Zigma here. Reality, Jesus. Holding the angle. Remember what they did earlier? Like, you're just flashing on through. Oh, I don't think he spots him out. He might just pop on through and Meryl's might just charge on. The timing is everything, Dinko. In Reality, scoped in. Doesn't see anyone, but what a shot into Olivia. He sees the flare from the rifle. Meryl's finds PP Overdose though, but still 2 more players on the side. A missed shot from Reality Jesus, but Niffy replies back. 2 quick kills, and now it's a 1v2. KNTZ. 2 kills to close this one out. As Just Cause and Rolex, they need to win this retake.
Oh, they really do need to win it, otherwise it is over. It has to be flawless, and KNTZ, playing with the smoke, this is ballsy from KNTZ. It might not work out. This is a risky game that he is playing, but he keeps going in and out, dabbling in it. And he's going to try and get the timing perfect as he wraps around behind them. What a genius. What a play. And he's going to start going forward. He's got such a good spot now. The defuse is 10 seconds on it. He's got a hold. And, well, it's going to be checked. Rolex gets the right read. I think he takes slightly too long, but he couldn't go any quicker unless he would have to give away his position. But
it's a plant.
Yeah. It's the plant also, yeah, doesn't help him out there. But because of the plant and the rotation around from ruins, he needs to do that slightly quicker. Otherwise, there's a situation where they clear the site, they limit the positions, and then, you know, they kind of just realize where he actually is. So a little bit unfortunate for KTZ. I like the idea. Just a few things that didn't go his way.
Yeah, just kind of unfortunate, but especially the plan. The moment the second seed you realize where the bomb was planted, it's like, oh, okay, all right, I know what you're up to. Nice try though. Reality sticking around for, oh my god, I feel so scared watching Reality op. Like, I'm like, bro, like, okay, you had that window, it's closed, get out of there, just get out of there, it's not worth the risk, you're the one with the op, you've been one of the better players so far for Zigma. He will survive though. The problem right now for the CD side for me, Dinko, is the lack of utility with 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock. Nifty, he's got a smoke and a Molotov, that's one thing. And now they're going to be sending PP Overdose over. And he just has one flashbang. So if Beyond can kind of force Nifty to use it as utility early on, they're going to have to rely on just the crossfires. And that is not something which is reliable. Smoke's going to be used. Now Nifty is down to just the Molotov. As Beyond, they decide, you know what? The A-bomb site, we've been finding a bit of success there. Let's try it again. And they're going to be walking in to the waiting arms of Reality Jesus and his big trusty green op.
Oh, chance that. He's going to come off away from the angle. Another push comes through. It's just cause getting rid of STK. And now Reality swinging wide. Catches out KDZ trying to get to the archway. But May Rolls is there. The MP5 getting rid of just cause. Now 25 seconds left beyond. A 3 versus 4. Yes, a man down, but they're going towards B. Going to try and pincher this site from 2 different positions. They've got one prong in towards Banana, and that's Olivia. He's potent, but it doesn't matter. Nifty getting a double kill. Finally, he'll go down to Olivia, who now has it all to do. He has to secure a 4K.
7 seconds.
1 versus 2. He has to immediately start planting, and once he does that, that's the banana peak. Oh, I love it. I love it. Reality stares him down through the barrel, gives him a few seconds. You're dead, by the way.
I am dead. Witness me.
It's like, hello. That's brilliant. Well, 15-13, overtime, a real possibility as we look at Beyond going into this round. They're going to have nothing. And well, there we go. I love it. I love it so much. You can see it from his perspective. It felt a little bit longer from the other POV, but nonetheless.
Yeah. Nonetheless, you have the Beyond down to pistols again. Dinko. Oh. Well, hopefully they don't close out a series this way. Tech 9 coming in, but Just Cause shuts him down. Where's everyone else? Why is everyone else still pincered down? As KDZ replies back. 3 kills with a Tech 9, the 1v5.
No way.
He's gonna get the bomb down. There's a player waiting close by.
No, the
and
reload.
he's clueless. He's clueless. He has no idea where he is, and Nifty finds him. Even if he didn't have the reload, Dinko, I felt like Nifty would have known where he was.
He just had the positional advantage. He just wasn't aware that he could have pushed up already. And yeah, well played there from Nifty. It's 26-20. He's had a pretty sick performance here in Inferno, I think it's needless to say. And we go into the last round of regulation. Will it be overtime, or will Beyond break their hearts in the final map? Beyond, we talked about their choking problem. Will they do it again?
Someone called 911. Because it might need that in the next few seconds, if that's going to be the case. Beyond, so close to close this one out. And yet, we've seen how it's all gone wrong, Dinko. We saw it in Mirage. It feels like a distant memory. Just a couple of hours back, it's Reality Jesus, op in hand. Doesn't spot anyone out. He wants us killed. He wants to find something. He's like, get over here. I'm going to stand on your head. There we go. Good nade. Meryl's taking damage. Reality scoped in. Finds Olivia. That's a big pick. That's a big pick.
First step to an overtime affair here for Zigma. As if we haven't had enough Counter-Strike in this series so far, but Reality with another one. He had a terribly quiet first half, but he has been delivering time and time again. That's 3 for Reality. And that might just be enough to send us to overtime, to give us the bonus rounds. QQ and KNTZ stand alone now into a 2 versus 5. And this just is not a recoverable situation.
It's really hard. If they can get the kill onto this man, Rolex, if they can find his kill, there is an opportunity. They can potentially play the post plan, but the big question, Dinko, is if. And Rolex has done a fantastic job not showing anything. And QQ is going to be left alone. Bullets will ring out. It waits patiently for PP Overdose. But PP Overdose is going to just overdose him with lead. $50 scores a tied OT. You know what? I wouldn't have it any other way.
To think this could have been a 2-0 series if Beyond closed out Mirage to the point where we're at right now. It's been a grueling battle for Beyond, and one they might not come out on top of. How many times? I've lost all my trust in Beyond, Blood. I've lost it all.
Oh, no, here's the thing. Even if they win this map, even if they win this match, I feel I can almost hear the bells tolling for Beyond. I feel like this is kind of like the end for this lineup unless something changes drastically. And the thing is, individually, they have some of these players. Maybe, I don't know, swapping out a QQ, maybe bringing in an actual coach, an in-game leader. I don't know. Something needs to change. Or else they're forever going to be this team where they show promise, they have individuals, but they just don't have it in them to, you know, win matches like this. Like Tyloo wouldn't be struggling like this. Vici wouldn't be struggling like this. Neither will Invictus, not against a team like Zigma. But for Beyond, a team who are looking to take down those 3 aforementioned teams, if you're going to be struggling like this against a team who, well, I don't think they're even like top 8 in Asia right now. Well, I'm sorry, but you're in kind of a rough spot here, as KNDZ will be found out early on. Zigma with an early man advantage. And once more, it's going to come down to PP Overdose and Niffy, Dinko, as a hit is coming in from the side of Beyond.
Well, push comes on through. PP Overdose. At first oranges, it's Reality. Blinded with the kill, and Niffy doing a lot of work. Another 3k for him. He's 29 and 20. This guy doesn't stop. I mean, there has been so much firepower available to Zigma. And I think that's a talking point we can now remove, is the fact that they do have the firepower. I think that's pretty obvious now, Blair. We're talking about the fact that, you know, okay, going head-to-head against Beyond, you really think they've got the head-to-head firepower to deal with this? The answer was a resounding no, but now it's certainly a yes. This has been a big step up across the board from everybody. Reality, you know, he's had his big moments here in Inferno, but he isn't even near the top in terms of kills right now.
SDK finds Rolex. Reality, such a ballsy play, and just cause he's got a lot of work to do. Spray is wild, Dinko, but he's still gonna come out on top, and it still stays alive. That is huge. He repositions himself, but Merrills will find him. Now it's a 2v3, heavily favoring the T's, but PP Overdose coiled like a viper in the grass. He lies in wait, and he strikes, and suddenly it's all on Olivia and the 2 players staring down at him, and that's gonna be Zigma stealing the round, snatching the round away from Beyond. That was such a huge play from PP. That was a big PP play from Overdose.
PP Overdose just delivering so many important kills in the round. And snatches it out of the hands of Beyond. Beyond are going to be so disappointed with his performance if they go on to lose. They're just so confident from Zigma. That's what we're talking about. They're a very emotional, momentum-based team, and when they're confident, it works out, and Just Cause has given away his position. But the timing? Oh my god, STK, he looks away. And that's the ball going down. The perfect timing for Just Cause. It was looking like it was going to be dreadful, but it works out perfectly. And he's about to be pushed, but he's got away. Mayrolls has no idea. He's going to check eventually here, and STK... or should I say Just Cause looking the wrong way. It's Mayrolls that gets rid of him. And now 3 versus 3. Reality in the apartments. QQ at the bottom of the stairs right now. They have been able to recover and at least keep it even, but reality, he's not going to miss those. The flick out to the left side, and QQ, his blood decorates the halls of the apartments.
That's not an easy shot to hit, mind you.
No, but it's reality, and he's Jesus.
Oh, and he's taking the wheel, Dinko.
He's right behind. He's right behind them. 2 players right there. Tries to snap to the second. Manages one on the deagle, but the rest of the team, they're coming over from the B-bomb site. KNTZ, what can you hope to do? A 1 versus 3 clutch required of him. He's going to get that bomb planted towards the back of the site. First kill's his. Now he needs more. This is disgusting. Oh. Nearly the 3rd kill, but it's not going to work out. Nifty saves the day. That's his 30th kill. And what an important and impactful kill that is. 18 rounds for Zigma. Map point, 3 opportunities. And they could win this series against Beyond.
They could valiant attempt from KNTZ, but look at that face. Look at Nifty's face. He just got that little cheeky smile. It's like, you thought we were gonna lose? Well, look at the score now. Beyond losing this game is, in my eyes, them dropping down to the bottom. Like we've been saying, right, time and time again. We look at the score lines, we look at the recent results. We're like, okay, you know what? This is a team who are almost there. They're almost on the precipice of being a top 3, top 4 team in Asia. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Not anymore. Not right anymore. Now.
Not like this. They've lost a checkmate. They've lost a Tyloo. Fair enough, you lost a Tyloo. That's okay. And now you lose to Zigma?
They've fallen so far, so quickly.
Zigma lost to After Gaming. After Gaming.
Have we seen Beyond After yet?
No. At this point, I'm terrified for Beyond. I feel like they might just disband if they lose to After Gaming after this. It's just terrible the way they've just choked this. But again, I'm going to give credit to Zigma. We've been critical about them, but right now, looking pretty solid. At least this round, though. It's looking pretty good for the T side. But Reality Jesus replying back, finding a player. They're trapped in the corner. And Rolex, whoa. What are you doing? Gets caught out, and KNTZ once again trying to be the hero. Will it suffice, though? That's the question. Bomb will be planted, and it's just cause. 1v2. Meryl's waiting in the library, waiting patiently for his teammate to arrive from mid. And it looks like they're going to be grouping up together, Dinko. STK and Meryl's both working their way together in tandem. They have a couple of flashes. They have a smoke. The second smoke! And Just Cause finishes it off with the spray. The timing is perfection. And Zigma, I did not believe it was going to happen, but Beyond, they've gone and crapped the bed, Dinko. And that